Go with something ranged.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going for something funky. That's why I'm not in a hurry. As long as you don't force it on me right this second, then
No, you're fine. Why is my
right.
sorry. So welcome back, everybody. My YouTube stream is acting silly. Let me. I don't know what it's doing. It's acting really weird. Let me swap to a different host.
All right, I'm here.
All good. All good.
Did you bring beer?
Little technical difficulties for just a second as I try to stabilize my stream. All right, perfect. We are live and hopefully with no more problems with that. Anyway, so
intro music.
yeah, we do. Anyways,
so get the people pumped up for our shitty roleplay.
So last time on the Dragon Riders Saga, our party defeated the rest of the cultists, got a lot of XP after fighting the cultist leader and the baby black dragon. Baby dragon.
Mhm.
Thelos the Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, Thelos actually did slay a fucking baby dragon, and so he is technically the Dragon Slayer.
I should have there should be an asterisk by that because I punched it in the butt cheek like 3 times or something.
Okay.
Hey, who am I, Barry Bonds? Come on.
yes, you are.
Okay.
Hey, I half blinded the dragon. Thank you very much. I shot it in the eye.
Yeah. It was heavy assistance.
It was heavy assistance, though he did get the final kill on it. Anyways,
True.
We were gonna have a everybody wanted to stay around for just a second longer due to me sort of ending the stream before they got a chance to do something due to us being literally across the world last game. So we're gonna pick back up and we're gonna still be in the cultist lair. After that, then I do believe the party decided to travel to Western Aerodine in search of figuring out what the fuck the ring that they picked up in Zankul's tomb is actually going to do. So
yeah, we'd also like to get my purple amulet looked at.
That is true.
All the next items we got looked at.
Purple amulet.
The one we found in game 1.
Did you forget about that?
Yeah.
I have no recollection of a purple amulet.
Purple amulet, yeah.
I'll trade you the ring.
I like purple. It's a lady's color.
No, it's not. It's color of royalty.
So, I'm gonna pull out my egg and just kind of like try and talk to it. Since I know that thing was dragon egg now.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? You
I
understand
can't
me?
see the screen, Taylor.
See what screen?
Like,
everything's falling apart already.
We're just on the home screen. There's not much for you to see.
I want to go to the lair where we killed the dragon.
That was.
Theos is just realizing that he's actually blind. There's nothing wrong with the game.
There's nothing wrong with the game. Thelis is just actually physically blind now.
Hey, I'm not deaf. All right, I have feelings.
Noted.
Noted and disregarded.
So,
Yep.
So Gerald, how we've been doing? I know that unfortunately, due to your internet access right now, that you're unable to see chat. The Rock is responding to you via telepathic message, which in game looks like a private message in between you and me. So that being said, that's what I'm gonna do. However, it's hard for the stream to actually see what you're talking about there. So I'm just gonna outright say what he would be typing, what I'd be normally typing to you. Pay no attention to everybody else, just because in the current situation he is unable to see the normal chat, the stream chat. So, oh, by the way, everybody that's watching or listening in right now, I have a little bit of a sinus infection, and I am sorry. So you're gonna hear the sniffles. No, but the Rock telepathically is, in your mind. You're hearing this this voice that is again just sort of booming in your head, like it's a thought, but it's not quite your thought. It seems like it's coming from an outside source. You assume it is the rock.
That's really loud.
It is very loud. So,
You don't
what is
have
it?
to shout.
What is it that you were asking it?
I just asked if it could understand me.
Yeah, it goes, I understand you. I see what you see, and I feel what you feel. And if you let me, I can look through your memories, even as much as that, should you share them with me.
Yeah, go right on ahead.
All right. Well, it's gonna sort of fade back into the background, and you sort of
Hold up. I got questions for you first.
Okay. Well, what do you wish to know?
How can I make you grow?
I don't know. I'm new at this as much as you are. This isn't something I know. I feel like I'm growing as is.
Wait, what the fuck is happening? I wasn't paying attention. I found out.
Fucking Midori over here is watching anime.
I'm half asleep right now. I might as well be dead. Also, I think I have like 1 health point. So
no. What's happening right now, Midori, is that where Gerald is unable to physically see anything due to his internet connection. I am just having the conversation that he would normally be typing, and just having it verbally so he can and everybody else can experience it. So I'm just having to say it verbally rather than typing it out because it would not be shown otherwise. So you don't hear any of what I'm talking right now. Just for the sake of it happening, I'm just gonna speak aloud. So.
All right.
I see him egg hugging.
To share any information it has or knows with me about itself. I think you tell me.
He goes, well, I'm alive. I know that much. However, I don't really know that much about myself. I've been traveling with you. All I know about myself is what I know through your eyes, and that's about it.
He's in a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
Oh man.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, yep. And so with that, he's going to sort of fade into your subconscious, and occasionally you'll have a flashback of a memory or something. You'll just think about something, you'll giggle to yourself as something funny happens or anything like that. It's like he's sort of flipping through TV channels that are your memories, and that's going to be going on in the background until you sort of holler for him in your memories. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Holla at your boy.
So I'm gonna pull everybody back over to the Dragon's Cult real quick here. Hopefully everybody can see that. Again, you all found that loot. Everybody is. Let's get everybody pinged over here.
It should be.
Everybody's right there.
Yep, mostly to the left and about 2/3 of the way up.
Yep. Well, I pinged you there. You should be able to see there. Oh yeah. Plus, don't forget when you open that door, there was the 2-headed platypus that came running out. Anyways, so Thelis, you're.
Yes, we got our cash in.
Yeah, you got that 18,000 gold, which is a substantial amount of money. Not something you're going to be able to carry. Or was it 18? It was
2 chests because we have the one from the bedroom also.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one really didn't have that much gold in it as much as it had the notebook that had the stuff about the ritual in it.
Yeah, but we'll try and disperse as much of the treasure between the two as we can. We're going to have to figure out where we're going to hide the rest.
Okay.
Unless somebody has a bag of holding, they've been...
I don't know.
Exactly.
I have several.
I
I
wish.
left them in my other cloak.
They're in my other
I
pants.
still left them at home.
All right.
Somebody wanted to do something else? Here?
Yeah, Thelis, what were you wanting to do, man?
All
I
right.
thought
I want to go into the room. This one is. Wait, is this it? The lair?
I mean, you're in the layer right now, but where the ritual was taking place under in the layer below you.
Yeah, that's where I want to go.
Okay. So Thelis is heading back to the layer down below. Anybody else want to go join him?
I am. I'm following him.
Okay, so it's going to be Thelis and Gerald who are heading down there. Boop.
See if I can achieve any more.
I'm going to pull everybody down. I'm gonna pull the two over there. So Thelis is going. Gerald is going. We're popping over to the cultist page. Also, I'm gonna pull my view because that's what's happening right now. All right.
I guess me and Willow get to sit up here and talk.
Yeah, well, you guys are figuring out gold.
Finish the rest of the place out, and we're gonna make
Mhm.
sure this place is actually abandoned as best as we believe it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit to the side and.
Count-
Come on, Willow, meet a job.
I imagine you guys
Let's
are up
explore.
there counting gold right now, so you're gonna be
I'm
a little
playing with my
busy.
egg.
Yeah, you're playing with your egg. Everybody else is down there doing their thing. All right, so Thelis, you and Gerald head down to the lair down below. You still see the dead bodies everywhere. What are you wanting to do, man?
I want to pull out my egg, which I'm sure is as big as I am.
Yeah, I
and
mean
wanna
it's
look at it and
Yep.
say, buddy, this is where you belong. And I want to put it in the center of the magma.
center on the magma. So are you gonna place it or toss it or what are you doing?
Place it to where I could get it back.
Okay. So you're gonna place it on the magma there. As you place it, it subtly sinks. It slowly sinks into the magma there. And I'm gonna whisper you, real quick.
I'm just gonna look at Thelis and go, why are you putting your egg in the magma?
There was a very complex set of rituals that took place in order for them to summon that dragon. Oh my.
And it's just casually sinking, and you feel, Thelis, in your mind, like something the what's been the outside force that's been sort of in your mind is subtly changing as well with that.
Okay.
Okay, and it's taking a little bit of time. Gerald, are you doing anything during this time, or are you just watching and observing?
I asked Thelis why he placed his egg in the magma.
I thought my dragon was cold, so I thought I might warm him up.
So, bullshit check?
Bullshit check. Well,
How would we go about bullshitting there?
Well, it'll be insight in 5e, but I think it'll be wisdom in this one.
well, so are you calling? Are you trying to figure out that he's following a ritual of some sort, or is he just? Are you just curious if he's just trying to see if dropping his egg into this magma is going to do anything post ritual? Is that what you're asking, Gerald?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, what are you doing there, Thelis? Are you trying to figure out it's going to change that rock of yours, or if it's going to?
Yes, I think that it will have some impact on my rock.
He's experimenting. You know, some people do it with their bungholes. Some people do it with drugs. Thelis likes doing it with rocks.
You do it with your ear. No judgment here.
All right. So a couple minutes pass, and you start seeing there's some bubbling coming from this magma. Thelis, it's starting to bubble where you originally placed that rock of yours. And you see like something is sort of coming back up to the surface.
Okay.
As you're watching there, the egg that you placed down there was originally that dark blue color, right? That rock of yours, that egg.
Yes.
And now as it's starting to come back up to the surface, it's substantially darker. It's almost black. I wouldn't say it's more like a deep purple more than anything. However, in the bright light of the magma everywhere, you get this weird like metallic glow to it as well. It's no longer any shade of blue. It's more of just like this dark, almost midnight purple.
Midnight purple egg. Okay.
All right.
With metallic look.
And it actually comes back up to the surface and actually comes back over to the side, so it's within grasp. Now, are you going to grab this with your bare hands? How are you getting this thing out of the magma?
I'm assuming it's very hot.
I mean, it is magma.
Okay. Is there anything around that I could like sit up with?
I
There's
don't.
some cloth over there you can try and get it up with.
There's some what?
Pull it closer to the. There's a cultist over there, dead body.
There's dead bodies all around you, man.
Okay, I grab the cultist's 2 arms. I use them like a construction worker scoop to put them on the egg. I notice them sizzling as I lift the egg out of the magma.
I just for the sake of saying this is even remotely possible, I'm gonna need a strength check and a dex check twice.
I would like to help him
2
with this.
D20s.
Yeah, give me 4 d20s. And what's your
4
strength?
D20s.
Yeah, I need a strength and a dex check times 2.
Accidentally falls face first.
Because you're
into the
using
lava.
2 arms. Okay, well that's 17. What is going to be your second strength? What's your strength?
It is a 16.
Yeah, so you actually on your left hand as you're trying to scoop it up, you just don't have the strength to get it out of there, and the magma overtakes and pulls the cultist's arm out of your hand, and it just falls into the magma. So you're basically one-handing this with this damned dead cultist arm. All right.
Okay. So did I get it or no?
I mean, it's closer to you. I mean, it's within reach. You can reach down and grab it.
Okay, well, I want to grab another cultist.
I will offer to help him this time.
How are you gonna help him there, Gerald?
He takes one arm, I take the other, and we use it cooperatively.
That's gonna be even worse. 2 people.
Yeah, let me give it one more try. We have a bunch of dead bodies.
True, we do have enough of them.
Should be good.
All right. So you're able to go and drag another dead cultist over. You take his arms and you sort of scoop it closer onto land. You get the rock to roll onto the land. The egg still looks like it's fucking hot. You know, there's steam coming off of it. There's still some molten material that's just subtly coming off of it. What are you gonna do to grab this thing?
Okay, well, I would like to, let's see, let me look at my inventory.
I'm going to look over at Delos and ask him.
I would like to pour my filled water skin on top of it.
You're pouring the entire thing?
Half of it.
Half of it. Okay. So you're
Let's
gonna
see how it does.
so you're going to pour half of your water skin. Now was that your wine skin or your water skin? You remember?
Water skin.
Okay. So you're gonna pour your half of your water skin over it. As you pour your water skin, there's this really cool science or chemistry thing where when you pour a cold liquid onto something so hot that it basically instantly vaporizes and causes a layer of gas to form over it, or if you submerge something like
Yeah.
So that effect's going to take place as you're pouring over this, because this thing is so hot that it's literally the moment anything cold touches it, it just pretty much evaporates, and you can't really tell if there's any discerning change in temperature.
Okay. Well.
While
Okay.
he's doing this, I'm gonna go find one of the cultists that's still wearing clothing of some sort.
Okay. I mean, they're all wearing like armor and cloaks and clothes, so
I'm gonna just start cutting strips from the armor
okay.
or the cloaks to use as like a sling or carrying thing, so you can try and pick up the egg, see if it burns through the material or not.
Okay. So you're cutting that away. It's gonna take you a couple minutes. So, Thelis, are you gonna try anything else?
No, I'm pretty happy with what they're trying out. Hopefully, maybe it'll cool down for a few minutes while he's doing that.
Maybe, hopefully, it'll cool down. Well, I mean, it
Yeah.
was submerged in molten material for about 5 minutes, and I don't know if you know
Okay.
this, but it takes
I've got another idea.
yeah.
I've got I need Midori for this.
Well, Midori's upstairs and nowhere near you, so are you gonna run upstairs and grab him?
Well, it looks like Gerald's gonna have to be my piston buddy.
You're gonna pee on it. You know, it's gonna. You have an idea of what liquid does to it right
I'm
now, 'cause
going
it's so.
to R. Kelly this egg.
Okay. Gerald, are you down? Felix is asking you to join him and become another peeing buddy. Are you taking place in this sacred tradition of gnomes?
I asked him, "Are you sure the dragon wants you to piss on him?"
He told me so. He said, "I'm burning up in here. Relieve me with your." That doesn't.
And
No, I take it back. The dragon's not happy with me anymore. Let's give your idea a shot. See if it burns it.
All right.
We want the dragon to like you when it hatches.
Or
Yeah, I'd rather it not
Your
bite
face
me.
off.
I mean, you don't know what they pee either. They could pee acid, and if it tries to pee on you back, thinking it's it's normal, it could pee and burn you to death. It doesn't know any better. Especially if that's what you do to it. All right. So at this point, Gerald, you've cut your strips of cloth. You're gonna tie it into like a little loop, and you're gonna try to pick up this still molted, glowing hot, rock of Thelis. The moment you grasp it with it, the cloths themselves sort of burst into flames and start burning through. It's just that hot.
Well, guys, I may need to take a nap with this egg. Let it cool down.
So
I just asked my dragon, "Do you want to take a dip in the lava?"
the egg responds to you and goes, "It is up to you. I see no harm in it, but I feel like it may change me."
Do you think it'd change you for the better or the worse?
That is yet to be seen. So, how close are you to this rock there, Thelis? To your egg?
I'm kind of stepping back because I see how hot it is.
Well, I mean, were you close at all at any given point, or?
I mean, when I was using the guy's hands, I had to be relatively close.
I mean, you're about 2 feet away. I mean, most of the heat that you're sensing is coming from around you, anyways. You yourself don't feel any additional heat coming off of it, even though it is glowing hot.
Oh, like I don't feel any heat off of it.
Yeah, it just looks hotter than shit to you and everybody else.
Okay.
Gerald feels like it's hotter than shit, but you personally don't feel any.
I want to put my hand close to it and see if it heats up.
So,
like hovering over it.
Yeah, you're hovering over it, and again, your hands are probably about 2 to 3 inches off of the rock, and it just it looks like it should be hot, but to you, it really doesn't feel any different than it normally would.
I want to slightly poke it with my pinky.
Okay, you poke it with your left pinky, and it feels normal.
Okay, I want to scoop it up then and put it in my hands.
Okay, yeah, you're holding on to it, and you notice. Are you wearing gloves?
I do not think so.
Okay, well then nothing happens. It's just it feels normal to you.
So if I was wearing gloves, it would have caught fire.
Probably.
Probably. Okay, well.
I don't think anyone.
I guess I'm just gonna hold it till till it cools down.
All right. Are we doing anything else?
I asked the dragon, by dragon again. It's up to you. Do you want to go for a dip in the lava or no?
It responds to you, and again it goes, I'm happy with myself. However, if you feel like it would be a change for the better, then go for it. I am indifferent.
It's like I half want to put it in the lava and I half don't want to put it in the lava.
Well then, it's a conundrum.
Yeah.
Are you
Would
gonna
you roll the percentile for me?
Well,
High, I put it in the lava. Low, I don't.
All right, roll D100. It was a natural 1 on a D100.
Okay, I don't put it in the lava.
I don't think I've ever rolled a natural 1 on a D100 ever. All right. So, are we heading back up, Thelis and Gerald? Or are you good here?
Can I take a look at this golden thing over here?
Yeah. You walk over to it, and it looks like it is a massive golden chair, like a throne that looks to be sort of in the shape of a giant claw.
I'm gonna start looking at the stone with him for any like gemstones or anything like that on it.
Yeah.
You start looking it over, and besides having silver tips where the claws are, and some pretty nice masterwork that was put into this thing, you don't see any gemstones engraved in it or anything like that. It looks to mainly just be gold and silver.
Is there any way we can melt it down and take it and sell it?
That's what I want to know.
I don't know. How would you do such a thing?
We need our ox.
Let's go get Midori.
Yes.
You're going to go. You're going to go get the monk to figure out how to melt down a chair.
No.
He can just carry it. He really can do it.
Carry it out.
Okay, I want you to realize that this thing is probably 20 feet across and like 15 feet tall, and looks to be made solidly.
There's one more thing.
Yeah.
I want to sit on the throne while he carries me. Do you have a riding crop anywhere with you, Gerald?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. This thing is just way too heavy.
Let's head out. We aren't gonna take it.
Okay.
Let's just dump it into the
You guys
water.
are assuming that Midori would actually carry it if you asked him, so. And the answer is
Midori, I have sake.
No, you don't.
Damn it, he called my bluff.
All right, so you're heading back up top?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We should head back up top, and I would like to go talk to the others about this giant clawed throne and see about dumping it into the lava.
So I suppose it's our turn to explore the rest of this area. Or whatnot.
Sure. What do you want to explore up here?
I'm unsure.
The rest of the place, make sure nobody's in here in our new hideout.
Well,
We explored quite a bit of it last game.
yeah,
We
you
need to name this place.
you were wandering through it quite a bit earlier, and when you originally came in, there was a lot of noise. There was a lot of commotion. Now it's really rather quiet.
Also, Gerald, you shouldn't be back up here yet.
That's Thelis. That's where you just came from, by the way. That little area down there. Yeah.
I look at Theo as we're heading back up. Go, let's go check the kitchen.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, well, there is a kitchen down there. So, what are you guys doing there, Midori and Willow? Will.i.am and Kush? What do you want to go explore? What do you want to go do?
After we're done counting the coins, 1 for Eilina, 1 for the group, 2 for Eilina.
Are you splitting it with Eilina in the group, or are you giving it all to the group? Because there's quite a bit of gold there.
I'm not used to the surface math.
I'm just standing over all this gold and looking at it, I guess.
Our thought was starting money for the compound.
After we come up with a final total, we'll start exploring the rest of the place to make sure
We should
that
probably make sure we get this back to the people that they stole it from.
they stole it from me. Remember?
Yeah, they took 5 of my gold pieces.
Okay, you guys aren't here yet.
No, I'm back.
No,
you
this
guys
is-
are still down
It's
there.
been about 5. It's been about 5 minutes. They have about 5 minutes to sit here. By the time you're done counting it, they would be back.
We haven't even started counting it yet. We're just talking.
Oh, you haven't even started counting yet. Okay, so then you guys are still down below.
Right? Yeah, we want to make sure nobody else is in this place. I think first. Make sure we didn't miss nothing because we did kind of give it a quick once over, right?
Yeah.
Before we left. Okay.
Taylor.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That one just perked.
I think we got to go through that captain guard's room a lot better too. Be nice to go through
But
his
did you have
desk.
thieves in the team?
That is true.
Can I look for my arrows
So we need
down
to
here,
explore as
Taylor,
much of this
for
place
my
as we
second
can.
quiver?
I already gave you your arrows back last game, man. You're good.
From the second quiver?
Yeah, you didn't pull any out of it.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Anyways, so you guys are gonna go searching through stuff. So let's go ahead and start digging through some additional stuff. If you want to go dig.
Yeah, we want to go through the captain's quarters first. His room there.
Okay.
Where he was being a dick. And we want to go through his desk and his chair
Yeah.
and his pockets.
So the captain's quarters was way down here. Way down here was the captain's quarters. And if you remember correctly, the captain's quarters had that beautiful rug that everybody was wanting to steal.
I didn't want to steal it. I just wanted to sell it for gold pieces.
I just wanted to sell it for gold. I think everybody was wanting to take it and use it.
I wasn't.
Oh yeah.
Oh, was I?
Midori does not care for such petty things.
Hey, Taylor.
Yeah.
Were you changing this? Because I had
Only
two.
anime.
No, I didn't touch it, man. So as you go, as you guys head back here to the captain's quarters, you start digging through the chest, digging through the dresser drawers, and again, you just find ratty old clothes. The chest itself, you've already dug through. The bed looks rather comfy though, and there's this really nice rug on the floor.
Is there any kind of notes, ledger, any kind of writings at all?
Well, the journal was already taken. That was in the in that little area. Who was it that took that? Yeah, in the bedroom. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Gerald took the little ritual notes.
No.
So
Okay. I want to search for some secret sliding doors in here.
secret sliding doors.
In the stonework.
Yeah. So you're searching through. You don't notice any doors. Daedrog, you smell something quite funky as you enter that room back there.
I'm trying to catch it to the team. I don't know where the fuck they're.
I can assume which room
They're
he's
down
in.
here. All right. No, you're not. You guys aren't.
This isn't where I wanted to go. I wanted to go where we first met that guard, where he was being a dick to us.
That's just the bedroom. That's just like a room for like sleeping in.
Yeah,
This is the
I wanted to look to see where, like, his sitting room or office or whatever when we first came in.
I don't know if there was a sitting room.
Where we walked into. This isn't where we walked into. Where he told us to. Our sleeping quarters were down the hall. Is it?
That was that you walked into the it was his bedroom it was the lieutenant's bedroom. It was the quarters there where it was just mainly a bunch of bunks. That's over here.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I wanted to live. Where we first met him that's the room I want to investigate.
Yeah, it's over here.
dude ran off as soon as we realized that this place just got
I want to look
annihilated
in
by
there
us.
mostly for notes. You don't have to move us down there if you don't want to. That's the room I want to check for secret doors
Okay.
and notes specifically, like a note.
I'll pick this rug up and roll it up and see if there's anything underneath it.
Yeah, there's nothing underneath it. It's just more floor work. Yeah, and in that room that you're digging through, Willow, you didn't find anything. Just a couple rather, not as nice as the leader's quarters bed, but fairly nice beds. They're not bunks like the other room was.
good place to sleep and get some rest.
Yeah, if you're wanting to rest. At about this time, Gerald and Thelis would be coming back up from down below.
Y'all stealing my money?
Kitchens.
What money? There's no money in here.
Oh my God, Midori.
So, as you guys, as Thelis comes walking up, you guys immediately notice that he's got a dark purple, almost black looking rock in his hand compared to the normal blue that it was prior.
What happened to your egg? I immediately say.
Gerald got really gassy close to it, and yeah, it kind of erupted into flames.
I think it's rather clear you just threw it into the lava pit.
Then why'd you ask?
Because I wanted to see if you would lie to me or not.
Boom, burn.
Surprised you wouldn't do that. Thought you were my friend. But
come on.
Why would you do that? You saw what happened to the last dragon that got thrown in there. It's probably going to come out evil. I've seen enough animes to know this.
The other dragon wasn't necessarily evil, he was just following an evil person.
Yeah.
How do you know? It immediately came out and tried to kill everything it saw.
Yeah, it was scared, dude. It was just born.
It was scared, there was battle going on, and it was probably hungry.
And how do you know that this one's going to come out scared and try and kill us?
It's not going to try to kill me.
That's reassuring.
Now that we're back together, what time of day is it? It was late in the afternoon, correct?
It was late it was night when you it was night when you originally entered in there, Willow. So by about now it's probably in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Again.
Define middle after midnight?
Yeah, it's probably just after midnight.
Okay. This would be a good place for us to get our 8 hours rest.
Definitely.
Yeah, probably rest of the night.
Definitely.
Everybody
gonna rest?
I call Big Spoon.
I'll take first guard duty, first shift. And
What did Theo say?
Yeah,
I
we'll take
call
an
Big
hour
Spoon.
shift.
What's Big
I'll take the
Spoon?
first 2 hours and then.
You're about to find out, baby.
Okay,
Wait.
so
I don't even get it.
he's claiming you as he's claiming you as Snuggle Buddy.
No.
You're spooning.
Yeah, Theo, you gotta go cuddle with Gerald or your egg or whatever.
I
You're
did
not
it
friend
already
anymore.
on your back.
Nah, I'm literally gonna throw you off of my back because I feel betrayed by you for lying to me.
We're like magnets. Come back here.
No.
You do realize that's not Midori that you're trying to climb on top of, Thelis. That's Willow.
Don't run from me.
I'm not running. I'm walking at a very normal pace.
brisk pace.
You're just very slow because you have small legs.
And you're exceedingly fast.
Why are you following me?
Not much, man. What are you doing?
I will punch you across this room.
All right.
I will throw this hot egg at you, and you will burn.
If I dodge it and it hits across the wall, it's going to break and smash, and you're going to be really disappointed in the fact that you just lost your egg.
Okay, well, I can just press it up against you.
Okay, am I 2 hours up on my shift?
I'll just go ahead and...
The children are playing. No one's actually gone to sleep yet because they're acting fools.
Well, that's their fault. My 2 hours are up. I'm going to bed.
Oh no, I will go to sleep.
All right, so
he's actually starting to take watch.
all right.
If we're taking a short sleep, I call the bed. The big bed, this one.
I would actually
And no one's allowed sleeping in here with me.
Before we
What's
start,
up, Little Spoon?
I
start
push
watching,
him out. You're not big enough so you don't fit in this
These
bed.
ones I found down here, guys.
Yeah, that's fine. I like this bed. And Gerald,
Me too.
Thelis, get out of it. I pushed Thelis out of my bed.
He looks betrayed, hops up quickly, and snuggles back against your back.
I keep pushing him out.
Dude, we're not going to get any sleep like this. Compromises must be made.
No, there are going to be compromises. You're not going to sleep with me.
All right, I'll put my pants back on. Chill out.
I'm pushing you out of the bed continuously. I'm literally. I have an idea. Okay, I'm gonna pick him up and put him in this trunk and close the trunk and lock it.
I'm going to look at Willow and just tell Willow, I'll take first watch. You go sleep.
No.
Willow. Yeah.
Willow took first watch and it's over. It's
Yeah.
2 hours into a 10-hour night of sleep.
So Willow took the first watch. Let's look here. Gerald, are you taking second watch?
Yeah, I'll take second watch, and while I'm taking second watch, I'm setting up little traps at the front door in case anyone comes in.
That works.
Like wake us up.
Who's taking third watch?
I'll take third watch.
Okay. It seems as if our gnome is locked in a trunk right now, banging. Midori, are you gonna take another watch or?
Yeah, I'll take the fourth one.
Okay. So everybody that needs hit points, and that's I need you to roll me a d8.
I need hit points, I think.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Also,
Do I need to roll?
Taylor, during that time,
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm gonna take my rock out and wrap it up in one of these blankets that are near me. And
Okay, I'm back at full health.
Cool.
I get 2?
Yeah, you get 2. Whatever you rolled, give it back to yourself.
Hey, Midori,
But
I have a surprise when you open up this chest.
it's a dick in a box.
Well, yes, but that's not the only surprise. I'm a multi-layered gnome.
I don't know what that means.
Oh,
You're
you're
only-
about to find out.
You're only good at lying.
So I look when Midori gets up. I look at Midori and go, "So you're flipping the box over, right?
What?
Before you open it."
What box?
The chest with the gnome in it.
Oh, probably. Yeah. I'll just
That
drag it along.
that chest shouldn't be in there. It's down with the other coins. Remember, I said I was taking.
Oh, that chest? Wait, which chest are we talking about? The one with Thebus in it or the one with the
The one
gold in
that
it?
was in the bedroom.
Oh.
That actually was filled with coins while you guys were in the cellar. I said I was taking that down because that way we could carry 2 chunks. We want to take as many.
Yeah, you
coins
guys
to
are gonna need to
West
carry
Arrowgate
that
as
one.
Possible.
Hey, Midori,
What?
if you stop being so hateful, I'll tell you what I did to my egg.
I don't care what you did to your egg. I'm not I don't care that you burned it to a crisp.
If you really want to just ask me. I was down there too.
Alright, what did he do to his egg?
We put it in the lava.
Yeah, I figured as much.
It sank, then it came back up and floated back towards him.
No.
Then he used a corpse to scoop it out of the lava.
What a fool.
Hey, it worked.
Okay. I am going to get up after my rest and go to the kitchen.
Okay. The day in the life of a... No coffee.
No, I don't want that. I'm looking for like fresh something to make some fresh vegetables and good fresh food.
Yeah, it's
as
all
well as my rations.
it's all pretty fresh. You'd be able to cook about anything you'd like, so you can cook breakfast there.
Nice.
All right.
I will help
I'll
him
start
with my
throwing
hunter
on
skills.
like omelets and whatever I find, ham steaks or whatever, and I'll make enough for the party.
Okay. So, it's now morning. Everybody, you've rested up pretty well outside of Thelis, who was constantly trying to sneak into the bed with Midori.
Midori.
So
He's still trapped in a trunk.
he's still trapped in a trunk that's full of gold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
He's gonna get wonderful sleep on all that hard gold.
you never know. Gnomes are weird creatures. Anyways, what
Very
are
true.
what are we gonna be doing today, guys? Are we gonna be heading carrying 2 chests up to Western Aerodine? Are we gonna be heading back into Iron Mill? Heading back to Port Sinian? What's the plan here? I know you were
Probably
originally.
head back to Iron Mill for at least.
Yeah,
That's
Iron
from the
Mill was
quest there.
closer. That's right, because that's the one that has the bank, right?
I do believe so.
Iron Mill has the bank.
Yeah, Iron Mill has the bank.
I suggest we go back to Iron Mill with our.
How much
Bounty.
of this coin are we
Wait.
going to be allowed to carry in these 2 chunks?
Where in city with a bank, guys?
It would be
realize that.
feasible for you for the party to each help carry the trunks and be able to carry it all.
Yeah, we'll take we would take
Yeah.
turns.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, it would be like there'd be a person on either side that would be carrying along with each other, so it'd be 2 by 2.
Well, when we could, we would probably be doing like 3
Okay.
people carrying
Since
one
there's
in
6
front
of
and one
us.
back.
So I'm guessing the
So the
one
guy
that
in the
other
middle
one's
would
heavier.
actually be carrying both
All
trucks.
right. So there's 6 of us.
Yeah.
Are you carrying
2
me
people
while I'm
each get a
still
trunk.
inside the trunk?
Yes. We are not letting you out of the
People
trunk
each get a
until you
trunk.
feel like it. This is your punishment.
People each get a trunk.
No, he's
And
got
the other
to
Midori carries the rug.
gold coin carrying abilities.
I'll carry the heaviest one, and you guys carry the other one. Whichever one's heavier. I guess the one that the a lot of gold in it is probably heavier than the one with gold and Midori and Thelis in it.
So the problem with
Where
that
do we
is,
want to put the rest of this stuff?
I don't know who's gonna be carrying that stuff. Who's gonna wear it? That's another thing, is that you all have some loot from last time that you found. You've got a longsword that has some magical properties to it, a lucerne hammer that has some unknown magical properties to it, a gold ring that has some magical properties, and a copper ring that's got some magical properties, plus the set of elven chainmail. By the way,
And a purple amulet.
well, the purple amulet you didn't find in this game. The purple amulet was that you returned, remember, to the corpse, which allowed the door to open in the very first. So you don't actually have that.
I could have
Unfortunately.
sworn we split up that loot.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, somebody broke their longsword and has the longsword now.
yeah. So, but again, there was a couple of things that weren't. So I do believe that Daedra got the longsword.
Yeah.
Then Willow got the lucerne hammer.
Yes.
Okay. Who's getting the elven chainmail? Anybody?
No one can wear it besides, I think, me. I'm not too sure. But I didn't.
I'm an elf, but
decide.
it's screw with my thieving abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would screw with your thieving abilities. Thelis could wear it as a fighter. Daedra could wear it as a ranger. Well, I think he would be able to. I would say he would be allowed because he is an elf.
Does it have magical props too?
Elven chainmail? No, the elven chainmail is not magical.
Is it better than what I have?
What do you have? Banded?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, then no, I'm good.
I'm still wearing cultist armor because I thought it looked cool.
Yeah. Again, you'll have to take that off to regain any thieving abilities. By the way.
Why would I have to take that off?
Because it's heavier and it's clunky and it makes noise as you walk.
No, I thought you said they were weighed about the same as my
So
other armor.
it has the same properties of it. However, it actually has more metal than the studded leather, so you wouldn't be able to necessarily sneak or anything with it.
Okay, well then. No,
I'm going to also grab a couple of used swords I find laying around this place. I don't care what kind they are.
The scimitars? Yeah.
And after I'm done eating and cooking up breakfast, I am going to go outside and start cutting down some shrubs.
Shrubs? Why are you cutting down some shrubs?
Camouflage.
Yep.
I'm going to camouflage this door when we leave.
Okay.
I will help him. I would also like to booby trap it for anyone that tries to open it. That's not us.
Okay. So I just want to make sure on everybody's character sheet. So So we've got the longsword. Daedra, do you have the longsword on your character sheet?
Yeah. All it is it's the one that I put a question mark in parentheses next.
Okay. Lucerne hammer. Do you have that on your character sheet there, Mina?
I believe it. I just have it marked down in the group loot.
Well, I'm getting rid of the group loot. That stuff in the group loot that is not that isn't open to the group. If you're gonna be carrying it, it's no longer gonna be in the group loot.
All right. Where the hell should I put this thing? I'm just gonna throw it in my notes for now.
Okay.
It is a
Lucerne hammer with magical properties that are unknown right now. We've got the elven chainmail. Anybody taking that?
I don't think I'm gonna put it on.
No.
No,
What about
okay.
the rings?
Yeah,
Anything special about the rings?
They have innate magical abilities. However, you don't know what they are.
I
take the
would
copper
like to
ring.
go with one of the gold.
Yeah, there's 1 gold, 1 copper. So
I'll take the copper.
Gerald's taking the copper. Are you gonna put it on, or are you just gonna put it in your inventory?
I'm going to risk it. I'll put the ring on.
Okay, so magical copper ring.
He immediately turned into a chicken.
Question
Turns
mark.
into a
Would be
salmon.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Worn. All right.
Buddy.
So, since I can't wear that armor and still have my thieving abilities, I would like to keep the helmet
Okay. You can keep the
at
helmet.
least and wear that because I like the helmet design.
You can do that. All right, and then what about you, Thelis? Are you going to take the gold and wear it, or are you just gonna keep it in your inventory?
Keep it in my inventory.
Okay.
We'll save the elven chainmail for our buddy we sent back to base camp.
Okay, so back in Port Sinian. So who's gonna be carrying that?
Whoever's been carrying the group booty.
Well, right now they're in the 2 chests, and if you plan on depositing the 12,000 gold pieces in the
I got
bank, it's no one's gonna be carrying the elven chainmail. So
I said we just deposit it all in the bank.
Yeah.
It's
a bank, and then when we come back through, we can pick it back up and give it to them.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll put it in the bank. I
okay.
guess.
What about the 18 gems worth 4,200?
Towards the place
do
we
we want
have.
to bank them or do we want to keep them with us?
Bank them.
We can deposit those too. I just want the ones that look like they're be more rare.
So remember,
You
there.
can buy them out of your share once we divide it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is the flawless emerald. Emerald. I'm typing that out real quick. Emerald. And that is priced at about 1,000 gold, and the large amber that is worth about 800 gold. Okay.
I'll just take the flawless emerald. That's all I want.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave those in there. Again, and when you want to buy them out later, you can. Are we taking the rug?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, taking the rug. What about the?
Well, how much do we believe it's worth? If we think it's worth 5 gold pieces, to piss on it. It'll stay here in our hideout. I mean, if it looks like it's worth at least 100 gold pieces, we're hawking it.
I don't know if it'd be worth 100 gold pieces. I mean, it's just a really nice rug.
Yeah, it's just a rug.
Okay.
Would I have any abilities that would tell me if it was worth anything, really?
Like a appraisal. You're unfamiliar currently with the local black markets here for selling stolen goods or something like that. So you're not familiar enough with it quite yet with the underground to be able to give an accurate estimation of how much it would be worth. Again, you haven't established a thieving den yet. You haven't made contact with one. You just don't know yet. It looks nice, but again, it looks like a rug to you, and you don't know anybody that would be willing to pay an arm and a leg for a rug.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so we're gonna keep it here, right?
Yeah, we'll keep it here. Like I said, we're gonna try and hide and protect this place as best as we can.
Now, I know that before you all burnt the cultist leader, you took his armor off. What are you doing with the cultist leader armor?
Deposit it.
We're depositing it, so it's
Yep.
staying in the group loot.
Well, we want to get it appraised first. It's fine, right? It was nice. It was
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice armor, but again, is somebody going to be carrying it along, or is it going in the chest that's going to be thrown into the bank vault when you eventually open one up?
Yeah, we could do
Probably
that.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do that because then we can, as long as we know where it is, we can always go and get everything later once we need to start dividing stuff up.
Okay.
We're saving most of this money for our construction, right? So it's not like we need to divide up a lot.
No, that's why I'm saying that's why I'm keeping it as just 12. I'm just trying to keep up with where stuff is going to be going. So group loot.
We take
Do we
100
want to
gold
split up
out of
any of it? Do we have carrying cash?
like I said,
I
we'll
literally have
take out
no
100 each of us.
coins, I believe.
So
I don't think any of us do.
Gerald is saying that why don't we take 100 gold pieces each? Any thoughts on that, anybody?
Well, I was thinking maybe we take 1,000 for the group with us in case we can find potions or something we want to buy.
Or
We're trying to go to the other town, right? That's where we're going to go after we go to the bank.
Mm-hmm.
We probably won't need 1,000 though. What if we get robbed?
Well, if somebody gets robbed, then that means we're all dead.
What if somebody throws Midori under, like, I don't know, a chariot of horses, and he loses
I
all
was just
of it?
suggesting we don't have to. I mean, we can always see what's there and then go back later. I mean,
Let's just let's add like 100 to each of our inventory.
Okay.
100 should be fine. You know what I mean?
Okay. So
Or, I mean, we can do 1,000. I was just thinking like we don't want to lose it.
you have to remember, gold weighs a lot.
1,000 each. I mean, 1,000 gold pieces total is all.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we can do that.
I mean, that would just be 200 each.
Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, let's do that.
So if you do 200 each, it might throw you guys into different movement classes because gold weighs a lot. You do realize that. I'm just throwing that out there.
yeah, true.
So is
I
it?
only need a few rolls so I can buy more arrows.
Yeah.
I just need to go buy more arrows. That's all I
We
need.
can spend a few of them and get some kind of gem or whatever to carry. What are they called?
You're confusing the other campaign with this one. There's no gems around yet. That's a mass trading thing. You're thinking of the rings.
We could always change the gold
we
into
can't
platinum
just go
pieces.
to
We'll
like
just wait
a
that.
jeweler and buy 2 $500 topazes or whatever for a small fee.
I mean, you might be able to, but again,
And sell
where
them
are
in
you
the
gonna?
other town.
Where are you gonna find a jeweler in Iron Mill? A town that
I
all.
look at
Yeah,
prices.
there wasn't much there. Okay,
We
no,
can
I'm sorry.
trade the gold
I forgot
in
about
for the
that.
next
I was
highest
thinking it was a
current.
town. No, I forgot
Yeah.
we're going to the bigger town. Sorry,
Yes.
my bad.
We can trade the gold in for the next highest currency, and then it'll be lighter.
That is true.
Oh, platinum pieces? I thought they were rare here.
But we're gonna go to a bank.
We're going to a bank.
All right.
Hey, whatever works.
So what are we doing?
To the bank.
We're going to the bank.
Going to the bank.
We're gonna booby trap and camouflage access to this place best we can.
Okay.
We're gonna sweep
And
traps.
I point out where all the booby traps are to these maps, so they know where they're at.
Okay.
So they don't have to accidentally set them off.
Okay. So you guys, I'm gonna pull everybody over to Iron Mill then. All right, you go back to Iron Mill. The bank. Yeah, you're on the cart. We'll get rid of the cart. Boop.
No.
Well, you've returned the cart. So the bank, everybody, is right here. Are you going to go open up a bank account in a group name, or what are we doing here?
Ooh, company name.
Yeah.
Should we open an account under the same name as our tavern?
On the title.
Under the sleazy sailors.
Sleazy.
How it works if we put it in the company name.
Yeah. So what was that, Bio? I heard company name.
If it's in the company name, it would be all 5 of our names would be on that document. So like whatever, say the gnome comes in.
Yes.
No. Yes. So no.
Come on.
We're gonna. It's good that you bring that up. So to safeguard that exact thing from only one of us coming into the bank and being able to at least up to 2 of us have to be there, or at least 3 of us have to be there at one time to witness what's happening at the bank.
Okay.
So it safeguards that, like, especially the thief going into our bank vault and just taking everything without any of us noticing.
I have a suggestion.
Oh, do it,
We have a limit for us. We can only take out 100 from the bank a week unless we're all there present to make a big withdrawal.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So the bank manager is asking what name should we put down as the bank title. We're cool with these restrictions on accessing it. Requiring 3 people to withdraw any more than 100 gold. But we need a name to put this to. So do you guys have a name?
Sleazy Sailors.
Let's be the Egg
Dragon Riders.
Egg Brigade. Egg Brigade.
The Egg Brigade.
Oh my god.
I'm fine with that.
The Egg Brigade?
That's great. I like that one.
Okay.
Yes.
Are we in agreement here?
Womanizers.
Oh,
Waifu womanizers. Come on.
wait, fool womanizers.
All right. I need a name here, guys. Give me a name so we can write it down on this document. So the Egg Brigade, is that what we're going with?
It's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Yep.
All right. So the Egg Brigade. I'm going to edit the group loot here.
Oh, shit.
And you're gonna deposit your 2 chests in the Egg Brigade, correct?
Yes.
All right. So
I would like to ask to speak to the bank owner to make sure this place, how long this place has been here and all that.
yeah. The bank owner. You can talk to him, but you're gonna have to set up an appointment. And right now he's actually away on business, so it could be even a number of weeks before you get a chance to speak with him.
Okay.
That's fine. Go ahead and put us down. I tell the
We
reception.
want to look to see whoever we're talking to. We want a good, just so we know who to hunt.
Yeah.
down.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll make an appointment for you to meet the bank owner. It looks like it'll be about 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna
But
say, we're busy for at least. We can't come back for at least a week till Tuesday.
yeah. Okay.
We need at least 10 days.
All right.
I do have a
Probably at least
question
10
for
days.
the teller.
Yeah.
Is this bank FTIC approved?
I was gonna say something. I was gonna make that joke. I was gonna ask if we had the federal.
I know, I'm trying to keep you puppy stuck, but
Going to
I didn't get
ignore.
an answer, Taylor.
I'm going
Taylor,
to ignore that comment and move on with our day.
Okay, so we got everything in there. That
pretty
we need.
important, Taylor. Pretty important.
All right.
And from here, I'm gonna ask, I guess, another question to the teller. If she can send word to Port Sinian to or would we be able to do that, to send word to our friend in Port Sinian that we're almost ready to start construction?
Yeah. I mean, and we can, and most places have an account with us. Most businesses or groups, so we can always just transfer funds or something over. We've got we know that you've got 12,000 gold pieces in there, so if you want to transfer those 12,000 gold over to a different account to pay for something, we can definitely arrange that.
Taylor,
Yes.
where in this city would the mayor be?
That's another thing. It's probably gonna be on the south side of the town.
Doug Dimmadome?
Doug Dimmadome.
Because we should go there looking for reward for saving them.
Yes.
Reward.
yes, indeed.
They don't need to know about the 12,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
There was no.
that was
Not-
just a bonus.
I look at the little dome and I say, not a reward, more just like gratitude
Compensation.
for saving them.
We
Gratitude,
want to notify. Yeah,
respect. that.
Maybe drop that I'm a dragon slayer, one time.
Jesus
But
Christ.
While this is going on, I actually wanted
Let them know
ask
who they
my
don't- They
dragon
don't want to be fucking over the Egg Brigade.
The Egg Brigade. It is alive. Yeah, what are you asking the dragon there? The egg.
if it would recognize others of its own kin.
So you're asking it if it would know about other eggs or other dragons or what?
Dragons. If it would recognize another dragon.
As much as you would be able to, he would imagine.
Okay.
Again.
Run!
So
Take cover.
You all are going to go down and talk to. Man, somebody's just burping all over this chat.
Sorry, that was just me once.
All right, so you're going to go and talk to the mayor, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you guys go and hunt down the mayor, and by word of mouth, you eventually find him. He's just wandering about, working on business and stuff, and you grab him real quick, and he's a portly looking dude. Looks like he is more of a lumberjack than anything. He looks at you and goes, "How can I help you today, guys?"
Can I handle this conversation?
Go right on ahead.
Tellus with a smug grin looks at him and says, "Have you seen those people troubling your great city the last, few hours?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
The dragon cult that was terrorizing your great city. You must be aware as mayor.
Cult. I know there's some idiots stealing gold from us in the forest, but I wouldn't call it a cult.
Well, you didn't see the size of them apparently. We went through there because your town seemed in trouble, and we heard the mayor wasn't doing much about it.
I mean, I didn't know there was a problem.
Can I? I'll probably message you on Discord.
Okay.
So you really had no idea? Are you just a naive mayor?
I mean, no one's told me about a cult.
Well, you had one.
We had a cult?
And that was bad.
You had one. We saved your town.
What proof? What proof do you have that there was a cult? You have is there a cultist lair or shit? I need more than that.
I look over my shoulder back at Midori and I say, "Is this guy daft?"
I don't know, Midori. Is he daft? Midori is muted right now, so he might be.
Oh, well, Midori's mad at me. Okay, well, I look back at the mayor and I say, if you have issues like this again, it's making me not want to help out your lovely town.
I just pull out the go back, double check, pull out the head of the cultist leader. Go, there's your proof. It was the leader.
A dead guy's head? That could be any dead guy.
Everything is still attached to it on the guy.
Actually, it's in the helm's in the chest, so because it's part of the cultist leader armor. So no, it's not just it's just a head. That's all right. There's just a head. That could have just been. I thank you for what you did, but I don't know if there was a cultist or not, a cult group.
No,
we've just ended the.
We're gonna go to the bar and tell everybody how we saved them.
So hard. I'm gonna campaign Midori for mayor because you clearly are not capable of doing your job. Good day, sir.
All right. Well, I thank you for getting rid of the bandits.
I said good day. I fart and I walk away.
Of course.
You fart as you walk away.
What is the getting tune saloon here?
Man,
the bar's right there. All right. Well, you guys go into the bar and you're spreading the word that there was a cult in town and you got rid of the cult and
we let the future bar do it.
Might be a new one in town. This town seems pretty takeoverable.
Yeah, God, we need a campaign for Midori.
Where the hell are we? Turtle Island?
Turtle Island.
Norm for mayor.
Man.
Worry no more. Demons
no
for mayor.
These guys weren't actually really getting ripped off that much. They were ripping the people off coming into this town, correct?
Okay,
yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's right.
Where the merchants?
These guys weren't really being affected by this group. So chances
they were
are
affecting the people coming in and the people leaving.
So not the mayor.
So the merchants.
The merchants, yeah. So let's go to the bar. That's where the merchants would drink.
That's if there are merchants there. I mean, if they're known to be getting ripped off, who says they're sticking around?
True.
Well, do you know what they do
let's-
have in there?
Not sake.
The ranger says wine very happily.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hang out.
Oh, my friend, wine on me
Nice
if
day
you
with
join
my
me
big
inside.
Yard of ale.
Okay. So you guys spend the day hanging out. Midori, are you spending the night? Are you getting any rest or anything like that?
How far is it back to our place, our new hideout?
I mean, you
Hours.
you spent the night. You got up early morning. You probably would get there after carrying all the gold. Back into town by about, if you traveled first thing in the morning after setting up traps, it'd be about 9 o'clock. It would take you about 3.5 hours to get back with all that gold.
Oh, so we could easily.
So it's like one-ish.
Yeah, it's like one-ish. So you can spend the rest of the day, especially if you're drinking. You know, you may not want to head back out, heading back towards Western Aerodine quite yet.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay as we're at the tavern. Not only are we're letting people know what we did, but we're also letting people know that the roads are safe. Come and go.
Well, you do get a couple of your drinks for free. And so you know you end up what?
For the people that actually had made any complaints about the cultists.
Yeah. What you've really ran into is most of the people that were complaining about the bandits, because that's what they know them as. They don't know that they're cultists. Most of the bandits were just the travelers that were coming in and out of the town, and half the time they just immediately left because they were like, "Fuck this! I got ripped off. I don't have my goods anymore to sell." They're not sticking around.
I'm seeing if there might be any that did stick around. Or because they had other business here or anything, and telling them to let the others know that the roads are now safe because the bandit problem has been taken care of.
Yeah, well, you know, you do run into a couple people that work at the mill there, and the mill, and they thank you quite a bit, saying you know it's gonna help our business. But for the most part, it's most people are just like, hey, cool. I'm glad that you got rid of those damn bandits. I heard they were annoying.
They just salute us while we're drinking.
Well, they bought you a drink. You know,
How much are these drinks that we're drinking here?
about
Just drinking the ale, the odds of.
yeah, you know, you're drinking the common ale there. It's probably a couple silver pieces of a drink.
Oh, Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay.
wanna fill up
Anybody
my
that
wallet
buys
in
me a
here.
drink, I will buy the first people up to a gold coin's worth of beer back in return. Just in trying to get them to open up, get these people talking, and get any kind of information we can, local lore-wise, history of the town, how long it's been here, how often, like, is this tree harvesting thing a year-round thing?
Yeah.
I will help Willem in this endeavor.
And how we would go about acquiring a large load of this ironwood.
Yeah, so you go as you're sitting there drinking, talking to people. You know, drinks help everything. You start learning
social.
more. Yeah, you start learning more about the town. Lore is that there was once a hiker that was traveling through the woods, up and hiking up in the mountains over near Western Aerodine, and managed to find a magical tree, like a magical pod, like that looks like it fell out of one of these giant trees that are known to grow in the Garden of the Gods. He pocketed that and settled back in this little area. This used to be nothing but little hunting groups, little hunting areas, because it's abundant with wildlife. You find deer almost everywhere you go, little rabbits and stuff like that. Demos is a very popular god through this little area. And what he did is he planted this pod, and in the matter of a couple years, this big giant forest of these trees that no one had seen before, these magical trees that are only thought to exist in the Garden of the Gods, started to bloom here. Now they didn't grow as big as what the lore says grows in the Garden of the Gods, and they didn't exhibit all the properties what the Garden of the Gods trees are, but they noticed that that the trees, that the wood themselves was actually fireproof, and that would made it very, very valuable, especially for things like ship making and shield making and stuff like that,
Roofs.
roofings and everything like that. And so basically, what's happening is that there's these massive sort of deforestation projects are happening because these trees grow so big, so tall in a matter of years. So they can cut down a section and get enough lumber for a year, and then like 3 years later, that sections, if they replant them, will be back enough to cut back down again. So
Ranger and Hunter ass, and
it doesn't do what?
It doesn't ruin the ecosystem.
No, because again, it's such a selected area, and then the trees themselves, where they're harvested, aren't really overpowering anything else, especially where they're keeping them in check with all this harvesting. They're not letting them get big enough and spread wildly enough to get rid of all the other natural trees and habitats there. However, there has been a couple unique habitats happen with some of the local wildlife. You get the occasional glowing deer from eating a drop pod or something like that. You get the occasional weird thing, but nothing too crazy out of it.
Nothing major.
No, nothing major that you know of.
Okay. I actually asked around while we're in the tavern if there's anyone that makes arrows out of ironwood here in town.
Makes arrows.
And how much
There's not really any master fletchers in the town. There's an armory and some just average fletchers in the garrison. However, they tend to like to use just the normal trees.
Damn.
Yeah, they feel like the ironwood's better suited for other things. Plus, ironwood's rather expensive.
Yeah.
Heavy too. It might shorten your distance.
Yeah.
It's such a heavy wood.
It is a rather heavy wood at that.
Yes, but it's wood I can shoot through fires and catch the tip on fire without having to worry about the arrow being on fire.
Hey, I mean, if you catch the arrow on fire, it's gonna burn up anyways. So, anything else, guys, or do you want to head off towards Western Aerodine, or you want to go to the mill, talk to the guild house, the mill guild?
Do they have rooms here?
At the tavern?
At our hideout.
We'll stay at our hideout. Shoot.
No, yeah, we still have time to do probably like one more thing and then make it.
So go to the guild.
Sure.
Okay. Lumber guild. Do you guys think that's a good idea?
We can talk to him unless DM wants us to like have that conversation about getting the materials for our place. You wanna do that, Taylor, or?
It's whatever you want to do.
Taylor?
Yeah.
A, I filled up my water at the stream.
That's fine.
B, I wanted to go get a second quiver of arrows since mine apparently aren't in my bag.
Well.
Oh shit, that's right.
And I want to get 2 more, obviously, to fill up my empty ones.
Yeah, so you can spend about 2 gold and top yourself off with arrows.
Perfect. Thanks. Good shit.
I would like to do the same.
Sure.
I forgot about that.
All right, so I will go through 6.
And I would also like to see if I find another quiver, just because that's a good idea to have an extra.
Well, do we know how much lumber we even need yet?
Well, see, what you might want to do is go through a building contractor, because they're going to be the one that's building it for you, and they would actually know how much they would need, rather than you buying it and asking somebody to.
Right, because we're making the base out of stone, right?
Well, we should go to the guild master and ask him to point us in the direction of a contractor that they would use, or that they work with normally for building stuff.
And see if they work out of town.
Exactly.
Well,
we could do that. That's fine. I mean, if we got do
yeah, let's go talk to him
because we might not be back here for, like I said, 10 days or so.
Yes, let's go talk to him.
Okay, so you go to the Mills Guild, which is actually right beside the guild, and you go and you go in and you ask about who would I contract to build a building or get some work done in Port Sinian. They give you a rather comprehensive list. There's all sorts of people that they work with, and they go, any of those we work with. However, we are on back order right now, especially with we've got about 12 ships and almost the whole bunch of Port Sinian buildings being rebuilt. Several of them opting to use this, so it may be a while before you get any of this ironwood sent your way.
That's fine. We're just using it for flooring and roof.
Okay. Well, again, they give you this to you, and they said, you can send a letter to them. You can go and talk to them next time you're in Port Sinian. There's all sorts of things you can do to get this stuff done for you.
We could pay you a little extra to get bumped up the list. There's all kinds of things we can do.
That'd be something you need to go through your contractor for. We don't sell to non-contracted typically, just because we sell in so much bulk here at the mill.
Right.
Okay, so
Understandable. Who's the best contractor you guys that does the best work for you?
but for a decent price.
For a decent price. Well,
I don't care about the price. I want to know who the best one you have is.
the best one, the best one we have is going to be is a son and father group. They're oddly enough, they're gnomes. They take their sweet fucking time, and they charge an arm and a leg, but we get the best responses from the people that use them. However, again, for what I understand, they charge a ton because they're master crafters.
Who are the best?
That's what we're looking for is master crafters.
And the short laborers, there's so the dwarfs,
the humans.
Oh, the humans. There's all sorts. There's all sorts of them down there. It's hard telling you, especially with everybody, the entire town trying to be rebuilt right now. And there's so many of them springing up. I really don't know who to point you to, but I know who the master crafters are.
Point us to the master crafters, please.
I just did. They're the father-son gnome combo.
I wasn't sure if there were any others you might suggest.
No, not in the Port Sinian area, and the rest I don't know if they travel or not, but I doubt it. They're typically too busy with their own things.
Okay, thank you for the information.
Okay. Anybody else wanting to do anything?
No, that's basically what's covered. Yeah, that's what we went there for.
All right. So, are we going to be heading to Western Aerodine?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All right.
I would like to, before we actually head out, go back to the bank and see about converting the 200 gold into something easier to carry.
I thought did you actually take 200 gold out, or did everybody take 200 gold, or did we put all 12,000 in?
Well, I thought
it was only 12,000.
Yeah, there was 12,000 gold in those those things.
And then the 4,000.
11,000 in there. We each have 200.
So there's 11,000 in there. Let me edit this. So 200. Let me change some stuff around then.
While we're about and talking to these people, is there a road to Western Aerodine or like a main travel trail?
Basically what they end up telling you is to just follow the rivers up north. There's a couple of small crossage ways. There's a couple small trails that you can walk through, and then, like there's tiny little like midway towns, like taverns and stuff. Nothing major.
It's nothing we're taking our horse and cart down.
Not really.
Okay.
You could go either way. It's gonna take you about 5 days, regardless.
Do you have ships with rope river?
Any boat travel?
The problem that you run in with that is that there's so many logs that are being shipped down there through this initial stretch that it's near impossible to do.
You're pretty consistent with that story, mister. Okay.
Yeah.
Walking it is.
Yeah.
Busy. Definitely our clearing of these bandits is gonna help business.
Another thing, guys, it is going with you guys carrying that much gold. Even if you get it switched over to platinum pieces, it's going to, for the most part, make everybody a heavy movement, meaning that you're instead of being able to move 12, you're going to be able to move 9. So it's actually going to add an additional day of travel with you carrying this extra 200 gold.
I would like to ask them if they have any like.
Mule.
I would like to ask the bank if there's anything that they use at the different shops to show that people have such money.
Yeah, you can use banknotes.
I asked for some banknotes.
Okay, so basically what they do is they give you this this scroll with a very intricately stamped seal on it. And they go, as soon as the seal is broken, it is null and void.
Okay.
So, however, each one of these seals is worth 100 gold pieces, and is only redeemable here. Basically, they tell you because you guys are at such good standing with the bank with having over 10,000 gold in there that that they don't cost you anything. However, should you dip under that, for you to make to withdraw any more of these 100 notes, 100 gold notes is going to cost you an additional 5 gold per. So, how many notes are you guys wanting to take out?
I'll take 2 notes.
Okay. So so everybody's switching from gold pieces to notes, correct?
Yeah, they claim they're usable anywhere.
So in your inventories, write it as 2 100 gold notes. So, or 100 GP notes. Yeah, notes. And you have 2 of them. These are a more recent thing. Okay.
Wealth notes. 100 GP. 100 GP.
Good thing I checked this.
Notes.
Dudes are waiting by a lot.
Yes, it will. We'll make sure everybody stays light. Okay. So, now that everybody's not going to be bogged the fuck down, are we heading to West Aerodine?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
It's only been an hour and a half, guys, and, you know, we still got a lot of ground to cover. You still got today's fucking quest to get to. All right. So, it's going to take you guys about 5 to 6 days to travel to West Aerodine. So,
are we going from town to town or just across country?
That's what I'm asking. Are we going town to town or across country?
I say we might stop like once.
Okay, so if you stop once, you're going to have to give me give a gold per person to stay there. Otherwise, if you're resting in fields, it's going to be free. However, you do have to make a check to make sure you don't get attacked in the middle of the night.
Oh, I want to get
I
attacked.
say gold piece. Spend a gold piece.
Per night, so it'd be 5 gold pieces each.
Somebody got 5 gold pieces they can loan me? I'll pay them when I crack a note.
No, I got you. I got you, cleric.
I'll crack a note when we get to West Aerodine.
All right. So is everybody agreed with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm not everybody, so.
Well, I'm not hearing anybody disagree, because I see Thelis is doing something else, and I think we've lost.
We've lost Midori.
Midori, yeah, I think Midori's internet or something might have acted up. I'm not entirely sure. So, anyways, we will move on. And so everybody, we're gonna go from town to town then. So everybody, we're gonna subtract 5 gold out of their Kush. If you'll take Daedrog, you'll take 10 gold out to cover for.
I thought I was off mute. My bad, guys.
I see what you're doing there.
I was saying we travel through and take the risk. I'm down to fight, but you know.
Yeah, I thought about XP too, but
I mean, it's extra XP, and I enjoy the fighting. So, and it's not even that likely that we're gonna, roll an 18 or a 19 or a 20.
I suggest we rest in one town on the way.
About halfway.
Yeah, about halfway.
So we can get our
Somewhere
health
out
up
of the
if we
woods,
do get
then?
attacked.
Alright.
That's
We'll
cool.
look
Exactly.
for a town somewhere out of the woods, and we'll follow the West River, or whatever this river is.
And for the most part, we'll just follow the river, like I said.
Can we stop here in Treesburg?
Treesburg.
Or
Sure.
Or
So
Riverwood?
they're like little midway towns. They're really just a tavern for
Like
wanderers.
an outpost kind of town.
Yeah. There's really nothing really there. It's just literally a bar where local farmers go to meet up. And
Place to lay your head and
pretty much and have a drink.
boats
Yeah, that's really about all it is.
and pay 3 times general store value.
Pretty much. Yeah. All right. So we're just stopping the once then, right?
That sounds fast. That's fine. If that's what the majority wants to do, it's fine by me.
Okay, so I'll
Yeah,
go
I'm-
back and
I'm down for that.
add 4 gold to everybody's I've subtracted from, because I was going through a couple people that weren't entirely active right now and just subtracting it from their gold values. So
Oh, gotcha. Sorry about that.
you're good. Okay, so I am going to need 4 d20s from anybody.
I would rather-
What do you guys do?
I got you.
All right, Elise,
4
4 d20s.
d20s.
Come on, come back.
Come on, 4 and then 20.
No, we're
No,
going on.
we're good. All right, so
Oh.
everybody, we arrive to
Riverwood.
not to Riverwood, to Western Aerodine.
Oh, you're making all the way there? Even
Yeah,
better.
that's what the 4 was each night. So
Nice.
let me get everybody pulled on over here to Western Aerodine, and I will show you what you see here. I don't know why some people's tokens are so large when I pull them over off of the thing, and some people's are so tiny.
Definitely not.
I should really fix that one of these days.
True.
All right. So, you notice it's as you get closer to the mountainsides, it gets much more desert-like and drought-like, where it's dusty. There's not as much green grass as what you originally noticed. And you come over this hillside, and you see this massive black tower in the distance. And as you come closer, you see that there's a big wall stretching around from mountain to mountain. That seems to be going around it, and you can only imagine that is Western Aerodine. I'm gonna pop you on over as you're walking up to the tower there, up to the walls. All
I
right,
want to say something, but I'm not going to.
everybody see what you see? That would be the wall. That is the wall. So as you guys approach the Western Aerodine, you the thing that stands out more than anything is there's about this 300 to 400 foot tall tower that is just looming over the city. Perhaps one of the largest cities, one of the largest buildings you've seen.
I was gonna say, you said 300-400 feet.
Yeah, tall.
Mhm.
Not the wall, the tower.
The tower, right?
Yeah, the tower. And it's got this and it's a really dark material. It's sort of a dark green, black almost. Running through it, there are these red like cracks running through the stone, and that you can sort of see that sort of pulsate, just sort of sporadically. The tower itself actually has all sorts of different windows. It seems to have different ledges, different sort of buildings, as if it was built by different people at different times. So it doesn't seem like it was one big building, and it looks like it's not completed yet either. It looks like it's always going to be added on to. It looks like some things are more modern than the others. Anyways, this is where you start off.
Okay. Before we even enter this thing, over these past 4 days, have I reaccumulated my other hit
Yes,
points?
you have. You have reaccumulated everything. You're back to full. Because I imagine over the last, 4 to 5 days with resting and eating and stuff like that, you'd be fine.
Right. Yeah. Well, I was only down 4. So.
Yeah, you'll be fine. There's no way you wouldn't get it. Okay. So you arrive in Western Aerodine. One of the biggest thing you notice is that there is a large group of varied races and groups that are going towards the center tower. You also notice that there's a rather large population of dwarfs as well, much more so than you have seen in Ironwood or in Port Sinian.
Okay.
Then I'll walk towards the big pulsating tower.
All right. As you grow closer, as you draw closer to the tower, you see more and more people just coming and leaving from it. Again, it looks like this is the Wizard's Tower, the Magic Guild here, and it's really quite long, like quite large. It goes across pretty far. To the south, you see that there's a whole lot of more larger buildings, factories and bars and things like that. To the north, it looks like there's a lot of smaller ones you can imagine are more along the lines of just the housing. Backed up, and these buildings back here are backed up into the mountainside. And you see a whole bunch of dwarfs that are coming and leaving from this area.
What are we talking about percentage? Like 3 out of every 4 people is a dwarf?
So basically anybody that you see, so basically if you're looking at it in this general area, yeah, I'd say about every 3 to 4 people are dwarfs. The overall population of the area, from what you can gather, just sort of walking around looking, it looks to be made about 75 to 80% dwarves. The rest being elves or humans, or some combination of it. You don't see a whole ton of gnomes here.
You usually don't see a lot of them in the city.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what do we want to do first, you guys? Get our things looked at? Do we want to do a walkabout?
I'd like to go get my rings looked at if nobody opposes.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I would like to go to a bank first, personally, because I need to cash in and out.
Well, there is no bank here. So basically what you'd be able to do is you'd be able to take that to a store, and it'd be worth 100 gold pieces. Any change they would just give you back, they just give you change back. However, most places would demand that you buy something before they would exchange that, just because it is a thing, and typically they charge for it as well.
Yeah, that's to be expected. Yep, not a problem.
Okay.
Just so I can get something when I want to buy it.
Yeah. Again, it's good as cash. All right. So okay. Are we going to the Magic Guild, or what are we doing here?
It sounds like probably the best bet. Then everybody kind of has to go there for the most part, right?
Yeah, for the most part. If you want to get anything identified, you've been told multiple times by multiple people that's the place to go. So, you guys approach the Magic Guild.
That's what I'm gonna do.
If it would let me. There we go. All right, you approach the Magic Guild. The floor itself is made of the same sort of weird stone that pulsates like it's alive. Inside, you see a whole bunch of people coming and going, everything from masters to wizards and magic users with hands full of scrolls, some with staffs, some with wands. There's a bunch of apprentices chasing after people. In the far side, you see this platform that is surrounded with glass outside of one little area. You see people walk up onto the little glass tube, whisper something, and then they get sort of sucked up into the ceiling, and they disappear.
I would like to know if has anything happened since I've been wearing.
Not that you're aware of. Also, I'm getting an echo now from somebody.
That better?
Yeah, better. So, Again, you as you walk in, you see that people are walking on to this little platform. They're whispering something, and they're being sucked up into the ceiling. You don't see any stairs or anything like that.
They're being shot through the veins.
Interesting.
I'm gonna try and stop, get someone's attention, and ask them, "How do you get around in this tower? We need someone. We need to find someone that can check out some magical items we found."
Give me a charisma check.
Okay.
So do a D20 here.
Crap, yeah. Yeah, it's got my dwarf.
An 11, you
I
are.
take it.
Drawled. What is your?
I think it's a 16.
It's a 15. Your charisma.
15.
Yeah, you make your charisma check here. You grab. You sort of politely stop a magic user as he's trying to walk out, and you grab and you go, "Hey, I've got a question for you. Where would I get something like this appraised?" And he looks at you and he replies with, if you don't have the code, you can't get it done. And he sort of just walks on by and walks on out.
Code.
Yeah, code.
What the hell? Code.
That's what you're
Why
told.
don't we have the thief kind of hang out and do some ear listening?
You're listening. What else would you listen with?
What I'm gonna try and do.
That's what I meant.
And that's what I'm gonna try and do, is listen in on people using whatever the supposed code is.
Okay.
The rest of us will just kind of matriculate and kind of pretend we're just like rubbernecking around.
Okay. So so you're over here, and as you're trying to listen, as people go up and down this tube, you make a couple checks. Let's do that real quick. Drawled. Your noise. Fail. Yeah, you're unable to hear anything, man. There's a lot of wind that's being made as people are walking in. There's quite a bit of wind anyways. You don't really grasp any words or anything being said.
I just asked someone, how do you activate power? How do you get around in here? We need to find stuff out.
All right. Do another Constitution check or Charisma check. You grow and you walk up to who you imagine's an apprentice, and you go, "Listen, I need to get something appraised. Who do I go to?" The apprentice looks at you and goes, "Listen, if you don't know the code, we can't let you in. However, might I point you to the Wizard's Bar, known as the Gray?"
Yes, please. That'd be helpful.
Yeah, it's on the south side of town. That's where I would go if I were you, trying to find something. Drunk wizards tend to have loose lips.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Would you like a drink?
No. I've got to follow my master. I'm on quite a busy day.
Gotcha.
All right. So what are we doing, boys and girls?
I'd relay this information to the rest of the party.
All right. So party, what are we doing?
Let's go see the drunk wizards.
The drunk wizards. All right. So we're going over.
Explode.
We're going over to the Gray, world famous bar and grill. All right.
I have tater tots.
If you ask nicely enough, they might. All right. So after a little bit of wandering, you find the only bar where you don't see a shitload of dwarves. And outside there's a small post that says the Gray. Inside is not a whole lot of commotion, but you get the feeling that it's not your average bar.
I walk right in. Don't care. No shit's given.
Okay. You walk in and you look around, and to the right you see that there's a rather large bar with a burly, portly man standing behind it. There's a couple patrons sitting down. On the far side, you can see a couple fire pits. A rather drunken-looking guy is down there, just sort of looking at the fire, like mumbling to himself. It's rather slow right about now, but then again, it is only about noon here. You wouldn't expect there to be a whole bunch of people.
Unless someone stops me, I'm gonna walk right up to the barkeeper and ask him, "You know where I'd find any good magic shops in the area to get stuff appraised at?"
Yeah, so you walk up and you introduce yourself there. The bartender looks at you and goes, "You're not from around here, are you?"
Nope, new to the area.
Yeah, well, so the catch with the guild is you've got to have the code to get anywhere. Otherwise, you could be going anywhere, and magic users are sort of stingy about that sort of thing. It's no, you got to know it to get anywhere, and it's all spread by word of mouth. But yeah, to get things appraised, you're gonna want to go see or deciphered. You're gonna want to go see Barnum.
He's in the tower, right?
And he's in the tower.
Okay. Well, at least now we know who we have to go see. Thank you. No one would even tell us that much.
Yeah. Now I do have a proposition for you. I'll give you the codes to anywhere you want to go. If you do me a favor.
Depends. What's the favor?
I haven't had a vacation in about 8 months. Every fucking day I'm here working for these son of a bitches, and this place is pretty well known for the wizards getting drunk and blowing half of it up in some sort of wizard game, and us having to shut down for a couple days while we rebuild. I want you to blow this fucker up. Now,
Blow off the building?
blow up the bar. Now, there's 2 ways that I can think of. You can get a wizard drunk, or you could go. You can get the wizard drunk and hope that he blows the place up during a wizard's game with him, or you can go and try to steal some of the explosives. I'm sure those dwarves use in the tunneling association, and blow it up that way.
Why does he want us to blow it up?
So he can get some days off for spite.
Ah, well, I thought he was trying to get an insurance buyout.
That's
No.
what I was thinking.
This happens regularly, apparently.
For a weekend off.
He
to go
just-
fishing.
Hasn't had some time off in a while and wants some time off.
We can cut straight to the chase, and I can just destroy the bar.
Doesn't work that way, my
No.
gnome friend. Doesn't work that way.
Maybe we could dirty up the table, and it won't be sanitary, and then voila.
How much time is he looking to get off?
Again,
That's the question.
it takes about a week or 2 after you blow a good chunk of this bar up. It doesn't have to be a huge
You want a
explosion. I
small
need
scale
something blown
explosion?
up though.
Do you want a
I
small
was
scale
thinking maybe we could,
explosion or a high scale explosion?
Well, I don't want you to kill people, if that's what you're asking.
Well, accidents happen, man.
I was
Listen.
thinking maybe we could give you a weekend off and we'd run the joint for you. See,
No.
we're gonna become businessmen ourselves, and we could use them.
He,
We
he,
could use the
he looks at the party and goes, no. You all aren't magical. You all wouldn't be able to run this type of place. These wizards ask for all sorts of weird shit, and you see he's cleaning glasses with these weird cantrips and that you've never seen before. And he goes, no, that wouldn't work.
Fair enough. So you'll give us the code.
How
if
do you
we
guys feel about blowing
sure
up a
the
bar?
place gets blown up.
I feel pretty good about it. Feeling froggy.
Frog.
So let's go talk to the dwarves. I need to talk to them anyways.
You're gonna go talk
Yeah,
to some
let's-
dwarves?
Let's get the dwarves to blow it up. I don't trust mad users.
Like I said, let's go talk to some dwarves. I need to talk to some dwarves anyways. So
All right. So we're gonna head back to the overhead map here, and you're gonna go back over to the main area, and you're gonna go over to the guild house over here and talk to some dwarves. Or you're just gonna stop a random dwarf on the side, or what?
I'll head to the guild house if there's actually a guild house for the dwarves, particular.
Oh, it's the tunneling association. The Aerodine Tunneling Association. The ATA. It's where all the dwarfs are going and coming from work. So yeah, you head in and it's a 3-story building. Well, I say 3 stories. There's an underground part which you can only imagine leads into the tunnel that takes you to Eastern Aerodine. The main floor is filled with just break rooms and little things from here and there. On the top floor, there's a couple offices. Yeah, you walk in and yes, you ask around trying to find a manager or something to talk to.
For the guildmaster in particular.
Yeah. Well, the secretary up front looks at you and you go, well, maybe I can direct you to somebody that'd be able to help you. The guildmaster is very busy. What's the meaning of your business?
Well, I need a place dug out for me.
Oh. Well, tell you what. There is a where are you gonna be doing this digging at?
Port Sinian.
Okay. Tell you what, let me set up an appointment for you to talk to the Port Sinian contracting agent. Would that be okay? It'd be a couple days. He's a busy man.
Understandable. I just want to get some prices, talk to the dwarves, see how they do.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
Yeah, tell you what. Do you have a company name I can write down there for you, or?
The Egg Brigade.
The Egg Brigade. Okay. All right. Well, I've made an appointment for you to meet up with the Port Sinian contracting agent over there, and it'd be about 3 days. Okay.
That's good with me. That's good with you guys. 3 days to kill.
All right.
Do.
We got anybody left here? Jesus Christ, it's a ghost town.
I'm still here.
I'm here.
Yeah, dude, I'm here.
No, I haven't heard people for a little bit. It seems like ghost town.
I was letting Bile do his thing.
Sorry, I was eating chips.
I'm trying to snag a brownie down quick real.
Okay, so what are we doing? We hanging out for 3 days? Or are you gonna go try to get a wizard drunk? You gonna try to steal something?
We're gonna do some searching. I want to go to a bar in the evening and find some drunk dwarves. Use my assets. Can I go to? I'd like to find maybe a tailor or something.
A tailor? Yeah, you can find a tailor. It's in the south side of the town.
I'm looking for some kind of evening attire.
Evening attire. Welcome back, Midori. And you're not.
Kind of busy.
Yeah, it's all good. All right.
What did I miss?
Basically, what happened? they deposited the gold into the bank, and they came up with the company name of the Egg Brigade. Then they traveled to Western Aerodine, went into the Magic Guild, which looks like a giant tower, a black tower with sort of a
Pulsating
throbbing, like a pulsating, throbbing sort of veins that run through it that are red.
And I tell this is what they call, I think, Dick Tower.
All right. Well,
has anyone seen my response in the general yet?
The response.
What this place really is.
What was that, Gerald?
Has anyone looked at the general chat yet?
I don't. In the general chat. Oh, I was looking at the stream. Yeah, I saw it. The giant bridge dragon dildo. Yeah.
That's what it really is.
Liar. Anyways.
I'm leaving here in a bit. Okay.
So it caught up then? Shit, now what the hell did I want to do?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I need evening attire.
How fancy you wanting it?
More slutty than fancy.
Okay. Well,
to get some drunk dwarves talking.
For
nice
about 5 gold, we can get you something a nice red to bring out that hair of yours.
That's fine.
All right. So 5 gold.
Here's a note.
All right.
Oh, so sexy.
So you crack your note. You give the note in. Well, for cracking that note, it's an additional 2, so it'd be 7 gold. We give you 93 gold back. That okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so add 93 gold to your carried coinage, and then you can add a slutty.
Oh, actually 92 because I owe somebody one for.
Yeah, you owe Kush one. So
we'll return the gold piece.
92.
Once I break note, I'll pay him back to you.
All right.
What the hell's going on here? Let me in.
I don't know what is the hell going on. Add a slutty red dress to your inventory there, and you're gonna go slut around on the night while he's doing that, or well, she's doing that. Anybody else doing anything? Oh yeah, Midori. Another thing is that you all are currently trying to figure out how to blow up the Wizard's Tavern, because the barkeep offered to give you the codes to go anywhere you want in the Wizards Guild in return to getting him for some vacation days. And the only way to give him vacation days is to shut down the bar, and the best way to do that is blowing it up. He gave you 2 options to do so. You can blow up the bar by either by getting a wizard's drunk.
Come on, get up. Hey.
Getting the wizard drunk and hoping he blows the bar up in a wizard's game, or by stealing some the explosives the dwarfs use in the tunneling. So from the ATA guild. So that's what you all are currently working on. It looks like we lost him again. Son of a bitch. Fucking Midori.
I'm gonna take my outfit and put it away in my backpack and save it for the evening, and then head off to church.
Head off to church, my ass. Oh yeah, the actual church. Okay, I thought you meant to go pray before you become slutty. I was like, Jesus Christ, you're gonna burn.
No. I got to inquire to
your spells. Yeah. Good thinking there. So since you've last been into a holy place, Eilina would be the patron saint here. You find a decent sized little church, and you go in and you go to your holy place, and you spend the rest of the day at the holy place praying. What spells were you looking for? How many do you gain? What's your spells right now that you're supposed to have?
I can cast 3 and 2, but I have 2 extra of each level.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you have.
5 and 4.
Yeah, that's cast a day. That doesn't mean that's how many spells you physically have. That's your casting.
No. I have the only thing I have right now is healing.
Yeah, so cleric, usable spells. You're level 4. Okay. Yeah, so you get an additional. How many spells do you have right now? You just have the 1 spell, or do you have 2 spells?
I just have one first level spell.
Okay, so you're gonna gain 2 additional first level spells and 2 second level spells because you're level 4 right now, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do while you're praying there, are you focusing on any particular class of magic or any particular spells?
One of them. Hold on, let me look at the list here.
It's on page 41 of the player handbook at the very top. Or no, not 41. Sorry, on page 40.
Yeah, hold on, I got to.
You're there
I gotta figure out where it is in here. Yeah, in the computer. Go ahead and deal with them guys for a second. It's gonna take me a minute to find the book.
Okay. So guys, what are you all wanting to do? What are your plans? Are you gonna go with trying to steal from the ATA guild and blowing it up with explosives, or are you gonna go and try to see about getting a wizard drunk? What are you trying to do?
I think to save us, all of us, from getting in trouble, period. Stealing from the dwarves should be the last resort. I think it's gonna be kind of easier just to get these dwarves, these magic users, drunk. So that seems something they're good at, and then they like to destroy shit or get drunk and have fun. So I think that would be easier.
So,
in my opinion,
what I'll do is everybody outside of Willow, I will pull over to the back to the gray. All right. Willow is currently out at church praying. So you all head back to the gray. What are you all going to be doing? So Kush, you said you wanted to go try to get the magic user drunk, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at my little gnome friend and my thief friend and say, wine.
Well, you know, there is a bartender in there. You can go talk to him and ask him who would be the ideal person for this.
I do ask him this.
Okay.
Oh, shit, wait.
So Gerald walks back in and goes up to Sean, the portly bartender who is currently cleaning. Because it's a dark bar. I mean, they're magic users. It's what they do.
Is this like? Does it look like Hogwarts castle? There's just like floating candles everywhere and shit.
There's a faint red glow to the area. There's some overhead.
Lost. Holy shit!
There you go.
Haha.
You find it. There's a faint red. Tell you what I can do real quick to make it easier for you to see. Even though should be fairly easy for everybody else. We'll do this.
I like this too. I'm gonna take a seat.
All right, you can have a seat there, my friend. Light.
And then I'm gonna help Alex get a deal. I'm gonna pick him.
Put them up on the table.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask if they have baby stools.
Baby stools? That's just mean.
I never claimed he was good or nice.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So you go up and talk to Sean there, who's cleaning a couple glasses at once using a cantrip. So they're just sort of floating in the air, and there's a towel just wiping them out, sort of Harry Potter style. He looks. You go and you ask him, and you go, hey, is there any place? Who would you recommend to get drunk around here? Is there anybody in particular that's going to be good for that sort of thing, or is it just sort of a lost cause? What's the deal here? I did a little bit.
Is there anyone that specifically likes to play with fire?
Yeah, so he looks at you and he goes, I think I got just the guy for you. There's this sort of disbarred wizard who sort of frequents it down here. He's down near the flames down there. Ever since that scandal happened, the Inflategate, Dom Grady over there just hasn't been himself, and he's just been living in the booze.
Did you just say Dom Grady?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you dirty dog.
And he's famous for this, for going around and inflating the school kids' balls to the point where as soon as they kicked them, they exploded. They termed it Inflategate. It was this big scandal. There was the magic users all had to go through a whole bunch of questioning stuff. When they eventually found out that it was Dom Grady, they ended up disbarring him, and he just hasn't been the same ever since. I would go down there, give him a couple drinks, and challenge him to something.
What would you suggest would be the most destructive game to challenge them to?
Well, he does like inflating stuff. I'm sure you could find a game that does that. Yeah, so basically, all these drunk wizards want to do is one up themselves. So you can drunkenly get this guy to do something like that. I'm sure you could find something out, figure something out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, let me check my bag. Sorry, I was thinking out loud.
Cards or anything?
I don't know.
Huh?
Well, while you guys are processing that stuff, Bile, Willow, do you have any idea what you might want to be praying towards?
Yeah, I am going. I was working on starting to send them to you. I'm just about done.
Okay.
I'm trying to pick another second level spell.
So, what I can have you do is, if you want, you can just roll me some d12s, and I can tell you what you get, or you can sit there and choose, and we can try to make those rolls for what you already know you want to make.
Okay. Well, I would like to acquire the bless spell for sure.
The bless spell for sure. So what I'm gonna do is, so you'll be able to focus on getting one spell from each level. So you'll be able to choose one first level spell, one second level spell, because you're jumping so many levels up and you're getting so many spells at once. You're not going to be able to focus on each one individually. So you can focus on the bless spell. And do you have a second level spell in mind that you want to get?
Yeah, I think I want hold person.
Hold person. Okay, so you're going to get those 2 spells for sure. So go ahead and add those 2 to your list. You're going, and then you're also going to get an additional first level spell and an additional second level spell. So you're because you're a 4th level, you have a total of 3 castable first and 2 castable second. So I'm gonna have you roll me 2d12s, and if you roll a 1 or a if you roll one that you already have, so a 1 or a 4 for your first level, or a what was the one that you chose? Hold person, or a 5 on the second one will re-roll. So go ahead and roll me 2 12s.
Okay, dice. Number 11.
Okay, so you also learn protection from evil. Was granted to you as your
one I almost picked.
Okay. Your second level spell. Roll me a d12.
And hold on, I'm working on my juju. Let's see if I can work it.
Okay. A 3. Your second level spell is detect charm.
That ain't bad.
Yeah. So Ilena granted you with these spells. You can go ahead, and it'll take you almost the entire day as praying for this to happen. It'll be nighttime before you're done with this stuff and getting this stuff implanted in your mind. You're getting these thoughts, and you're sort of channeling it. So you'll be able to cast these at will, and you have your cast a day along with your bonus spells.
Okay, sweet.
Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna go back over to dealing with the rest of the party over in the magic bar. Have you guys thought of something? What are you wanting to do?
I'm at loss, honestly.
Well,
how many drinks have we bought them?
None.
Okay, I would like to start off with some potato vodka. 3 shots for the gentleman.
So the little gnome who's been helped up onto the bar stool by the elf ranger throws a couple coins on there and goes, "Your finest alcohol." And he looks at you.
No. Potato vodka.
He looks at you and goes, "Potato vodka? You forget we're wizards. We don't drink just straight vodka."
What do you drink, my dear friend?
It depends. Are you wanting beer or hard liquor?
Hard liquor, my friend.
Hard liquor. All right. Let's look here. What is on our hard liquor there? He starts looking around at his stuff. Now, are you wanting dark or light?
Like I
Which
like
would get
my
them drunk
women.
the quickest?
The drunk the quickest. Well, about anything will hit
Like
him.
I like my women.
What?
Like I like my women. You said light or dark.
Sorry, we don't serve men here. Bartender
So you want me to stick my penis in it? Is that what you're wanting?
No. I would like some dark liquor.
Some dark liquor. All right. Yeah,
Oh,
Jägermeister.
Back from Germany. I don't want any Jaeger.
Yeah, that's already getting me drunk hearing that name.
There's milk.
I don't know. I'm not a Jaeger fan myself.
Drank it too much.
He pulls out this weird bottle and he goes, "This is it's from a foreign land, and it's rather popular with the magic users here. It's called no, it's not sake. It's called unicum."
Okay. Well, I would like 3 shots. Actually, how much is the bottle?
The bottle.
The bottle.
He looks at you. He goes, it's a quite hard to get bottle, but tell you what, since you're trying to do this for a favor for me, I'll sell it to you for 20 gold.
20 gold. Let me check my wallet.
You have so I gave you the
yeah, the tickets. I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'd rather not break them. Okay, I have 27 gold pieces, so I would like to buy that bottle for 20.
All right.
Give the man as a tip.
All right.
For his hard work.
He gladly takes it and he slides over a bottle of unicum towards you. It's a dark liquor, and it's got a green label on it.
Okay, I look at the wizard and I ask him, dead in his eyes, "Are you a pussy?"
Who are you going down to go see Dom Grady?
Yeah, Dom Grady's my boy. He threw 6 touchdowns the other day.
No, that was no. That's Tom Brady. I'm talking about Dom Grady. Different guy.
Dude.
Different guy there.
Okay.
Dom Grady's down here.
Okay, well, I want to wander on down here, look at Dom and be like, "Hello, my friend. Are you a pussy?"
Dom Grady looks at Dom Grady looks at you with these weird eyes, and they're sort of glazed over already. He's got long hair and quite a mustache growing right now. And he goes, "Are you calling Dom Grady a pussy? I'll have you know that. You know I'm no pussy.
You're no pussy.
I'm no pussy. Are you a pussy?
Where's
What's
your
a pussy?
Glass, then? Sure.
Dom Grady needs no shot glass. Dom Grady is the greatest of all time.
All right, Dom Grady, greatest of all time. If you aren't a pussy,
Till they kick me out, I was the greatest of all time. I swear.
I look at him and I say, "Prove it to me, then, Mr. Dom Grady," and I hand him the bottle.
Unicum. Now, have you seen what the Unicum bottle looks like? It looks sort of like it's green and it looks sort of like a flask.
Okay, well.
Here, I'll post it in the Discord chat.
I say, "Nut up or shut up, Mr. Grady."
Taylor.
Yeah.
As he's doing this, I'm gonna take some vials of oil that I had in my backpack.
Okay.
And in between, let me see. There's no one around.
Not really.
No, there isn't.
No,
yeah,
no.
So in between these two, I'm gonna kind of make a trail of oil leading to each other.
In between each one of these little fire pits.
Just right here.
So you're just making a puddle of oil.
Yeah, but a thin line from each, from one to the other.
We want them to blow up the bar, don't we?
Blow up, burn down, whatever the fuck.
We don't want to burn down the whole building, do we?
Hey. No. This is how you're challenging Dom Grady to this right now. You don't see him over there being sneaky and pouring some stuff down. So stop the metagaming. All right.
Okay.
Dom Grady chugs about half that ball of unicum and burps as he hands it back to you. All right, you little one. This is your turn. You show me what you got, you fucking pussy.
I look back at him and I say, "You just proved to me you're a pussy. You didn't drink the full bottle."
Fuck. That's not how this works. You gotta outdrink me or I'm more of a man than you.
Only a man could shoot a fireball over at that bar.
Dom Grady doesn't do fire magic. Dom Grady. Greatest of all time, Dom Grady is.
Well, Dom Grady, I heard only wimps don't shoot fireballs at the bar. And right now, you're looking pretty wimpy.
I don't see you shooting fireballs.
I, sir, am a gnome who does not know magic. You are, quote unquote, the greatest of all time. So nut up or shut up, Dom Grady.
So if you don't know magic, how are you going to challenge me to not being the greatest of all time? How would you know?
I suppose I'm going to have to go get another bottle of unicum to match your bottle once you chug this.
That sounds like horseshit to me, little one.
All right. I'll tell you what. I will chug said bottle, but when I do, you have to drink a full another bottle.
What is that gonna do? Roll me
While he's so inebriated, I just go up and go, you know what? I bet I can fill this place up with more air than you can.
So you're walking up, he's sort of drunkenly doing that, and the gnome is over there trying to convince him to drink more. He looks at you and sort of stutters. Fill what up with more air? I like the sound of that. The entire building? No. Tell you what, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this right. Go get me some water skins. His eyes are barely open at this point. He's sort of wobbling back and forth.
What do we need the water skins for?
Oh, you'll see. We'll see. Give me the water skins there. Pointy ears.
I go up to the bartender and I ask the bartender for a couple water skins.
Okay. It takes you a little bit to walk over there. And what are you doing over there, Daydrug?
Can I hear him say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is going to be a ton of charisma checks against the drunk guy.
Fuck. Because I don't know what the fuck you're trying to do, Mal.
I'm trying to get this guy to blow the bar up.
Okay. All right.
Be quiet, Alex. Wait.
Oh.
I'm gonna. If I heard him correctly, I'm gonna try to kind of like meet up with Gerald as he's going towards the bar to ask him.
Okay. You see him going up the stairs after that, and you're able to turn, and you run up and catch up to him. What are you wanting to say to Gerald?
I'm gonna ask, what's your idea behind this? I heard him say that, and I was thinking,
I have absolutely no real plan whatsoever. I'm just gonna try and see if he'll fill up this room with a whole bunch more air and try and blow it up.
But what about everyone in here?
I would advise starting getting people out. This is probably going to get mad.
What if we fill up a wineskin with oil? We bet that he can't blow it up. He blows it up, and we can catch the place on fire.
You can do that with oil and wineskins if you want to. I don't care. Or water skins. I'm just going to get a couple water skins. That's what he asked for.
And one of them, Taylor, I'm gonna replace the water with the 2 flasks of oil that I have left.
Okay. So you've poured 1 flask onto the ground by now. So you have 2 flasks left. Is that correct?
I have 4 altogether.
Okay. So you're going to put 2 flasks worth of it into the water skin, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So while this is all happening over at the bar, what are you doing, Thelis?
All right. I look at him and I say, I am Thelis the Dragon Slayer. What are you to me if you can't throw a fireball in that direction?
He goes, I am the greatest of all time. A dragon has nothing to me.
Oh, really? So you can handle that bar over there, no problem.
That's right. What is it? Again? What task is it to burn down a bar? That's nothing.
You know, I was talking to the bartender, and he told me that bar said your mother was a whore.
Give me a D20 against your charisma.
Thank you. I've been waiting for it.
And that didn't pass. Bars don't talk, you youngling. Who do you take me as, a fool? I'm the greatest of all time. I'm a goat. What are you to a goat?
Well, I was once a farmer, so I'm actually the herder. Now, can I herd you over towards the bar?
I like my fire. It keeps me warm.
I thought you could produce fire. No problemo.
All right. At this point, they're heading back with this the 2 skins. One of them filled with oil. All right. What are we doing here?
As we approach, since it's like my first time meeting him and seeing that he's saying, what's his name again?
Dom Grady.
Dom Grady. I'm gonna walk up and introduce myself as Baron Lodgers and shake his hand.
Baron Lodgers. Hi, Baron Lodgers. I'm Dom Grady. What we have?
You're the greatest of all time.
I am the greatest of all time till they fucking kick me out. You inflate one child's ball to get a giggle, and they fucking kick you out and call it an Inflategate. What fucking bullshit?
I was once the greatest of all time.
Of what? I've never heard your name.
But then I took an arrow to the knee.
God.
And now my career has been over.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hear that your that your collarbones have taken quite the beating as well. Baron Rogers.
Oh my god, this is fucking great.
That's a shame. All right.
So we bring the water skin. I'm gonna give him the one with oil.
Okay.
And I guess hold one with water. And
Okay.
say, if you're the greatest of all time, I bet you can't make that water skin blow up.
Oh, that's not the game, my friend, he says. The game is to see how big you can get until it explodes. He gets this big sheepish grin. All right, I'll go first, and he waves his hands over it. And it inflates. It's the largest water skin you've ever seen.
I look at him and go, without using magic.
Oh.
Come on.
It's not my fault that you're... That's not my fault you idiots can't do magic. Use your mouths. See if you can get it bigger than I.
I grab D-List and I tell him, take a deep breath and I'm going to squeeze. Blow into this thing. You ready for it?
So what I'm getting is you're going to pick Thelis up, give him water skin, and you're going to try to squeeze all the air out of Thelis into it, like a bellows?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, as he
squeezes, you hear me rip the loudest fart ever towards the fire. Sorry, guys. That Unicum got me, apparently.
There's a small shoot of fire that shoots off that side over there. Apparently, Thelis is now the dragon where he shoots fire out of his ass.
I look at Tom Brady and I say, I made fire. Where's your fire?
He laughs and says, that's no fire. All right. And he looks at your guys' is pretty full, but not as full as his. He giggles to himself and goes,
hold up.
Okay.
I'm going to tell him, I told you I could get that air, get it filled with more air than you could.
Give me a charisma check.
Go for it. I'm pointing at the water skin that he is currently holding.
What's your charisma? 15?
15.
Yeah, you make it. You convinced him. He goes, oh, you're right. Hold on, let me do this again. And he does his other thing. And he casts it again over it. He fails his check. All of a sudden, there's a bright flash of light as this water skin full of oil explodes. Oil shooting all over everything. It hits the fire. There's fire as well in this big explosion. The air around it actually pretty much almost immediately after there's this big flash of light and this big fireball that erupts sort of flushes it out. So there is nothing's on fire per se. However, oops, didn't mean to grab that. However, there's a big flash of light and your ears are ringing, and the next thing you know, boom, and oh, I forgot to do the outside light. There's you find yourself sort of standing outside.
The fuck?
We blew up the bar. We blew up the bar. Oh no!
Put another log on the fire.
I look at the guy. I'm assuming he's still sitting there, right?
Yeah, he's standing there and he's just sort of blinking. His hair's been sort of blown back a little bit.
I just look at him and go, I told you I'd win.
He just sort of, he drunkenly sits on the ground, just sort of closes his eyes. This is the greatest of all time. And he reaches for that bottle of unicum that's in Thelus's hand.
Only. Okay, I'll give it to him.
He takes it and he opens it up and drinks it and sort of just lays back on the ground. The greatest of all time. And that's about all you hear out of Dom.
Where the bartender was. Okay, now that code.
Yeah. So you go back over to the bartender. Sean's sitting over there and he's just looking happy as can be. Nobody else looks to be hurt. There seems to be no damage outside to the building. And he looks at you and he goes, God, I've never been so happy to see that damn thing explode. All right. What do you want to know? Where are you going? Who do you want to see?
Well, you know where we need to go.
You want to go see Barnum?
Yeah.
All right. You're going to need to know the code 1810 Bailey.
1810 Bailey. Okay.
Yeah. Anything else you want to know?
Where do we use that code? At the orb thingy or?
Yeah, the tube, dumbass.
Well, I've never done it.
Remember, this is our first time here.
I want my first time to be special, Taylor.
Anything else you want to know? Otherwise, I'll be on vacation. I'll be at my house in the north, or down at hanging around. You'll be able to find me if you need me.
I ask him, what are any codes for all points of interest?
Well, it depends on what you want to go. There's all sorts of shit.
I just look at him and go, could you just give us a list of codes and what they're for?
No. We can't be doing that. That takes the fun out of it. If I gave away all the secrets, then there'd be no secrets left to be had. He looks sheepishly at you. Plus, I need to hold something over your head.
I look at him and say, we will repay you very much so in the future. And we will keep it a secret amongst ourselves.
No. I'll tell. Listen, it's word of mouth. We're not allowed to write them down, and so if you need a code, I will be more than happy to tell you. But you need to first know where you want to go. You don't need to know a name. You need to know where you want to go, and I'll tell you what the code is.
Fair enough.
All right. In the meantime, yeah.
Library.
A library. It depends what type of library you want to see. The greatest library I know of in the western side is going to be up in Lism. There's a hoarder up there that has thousands of books of all sorts. He's read them all thousands of times. He's the one you're going to want to seek out for a library.
My tea.
I don't really know what else would be. Well, it's a huge ass tower, so.
Well, if you figure something else later, you can always come find me.
I'll put a pin in it.
All right.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, where are we going? What are we doing, boys and girls?
Going back to the tower.
Back to the tower. All right. So everybody, we run back to the tower here. And at this point, I'm sure you've gone by the church and you've pulled out good old Mina. Said, you won't believe what we've just done.
Well, we didn't do it. I tell him sarcastically.
Well, Mina's a girl, so calm down.
Tell her sarcastically. Sorry, my character knows no gender.
Apparently not.
When it comes to dwarves, no, not really.
Not with a face only a mother could love.
No offense, Will, but I mean.
All right, what are we doing, boys and girls?
I want to go up.
Okay.
Give
I
that
look
code
into it.
where we saw everyone else
Yeah,
getting
did we
code.
give
10
18,
Bailey.
10 Baxter?
Bailey.
Bailey?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I wasn't there. I was dreaming.
All right, who all's going up there? Everybody?
I need to go up.
Okay.
Same.
Boom.
There
I'm
we
getting
go.
everybody pulled up. Everybody's going.
I
We.
wanna go in. This looks like a good spot.
Now, when we transition, do we feel it, or is it just like instantaneous? Like,
There's a big gust of air, and you get sucked through a glass tube up through this
So we
building.
feel
It's
like
curving.
Kind of like the old back tubes.
Yeah.
Type thing?
I was thinking more of Futurama, but yes.
Okay, I want to talk to him over here. I want
Yeah.
to pull up my rings and be like, "Hello, sir. I would like some help identifying the purpose of these rings."
Yeah,
We
you
need some stuff.
you enter this room and you see this guy busy in work, and you go up and you tug on him, and you go, "Hey, Barnum." He turns down, he's looking, he doesn't see you. Oh, and he looks down, he sort of jumps. You sort of caught him off guard, and he's not used to seeing people so tiny. And he goes, my apologies, my little friend. I didn't see you there. What can I do for you today?
Oh, no worries, sir. I scare a lot of people. Anyway, I would like your help in identifying these two rings and what their magical qualities are.
Okay.
What two rings?
Which ring do you want me to look at first?
The gold ring.
Okay. The gold ring. Sorry, I'm currently having something. I got a little lightheaded there for a second. Having to drink
dude.
something.
You're fun.
So
you're going too hard on those donuts.
no, that's what I'm eating right now. No, I've been sitting there yelling almost in my mic for Dom Grady because I enjoy it too much. I didn't breathe for probably about 5 minutes. So it takes me a minute to catch my breath and to get some sugar in my system so I can keep going for the last half hour. All right. That gold ring, he takes it and he looks it over. He walks over to this altar he's got going in the center over here. And when he walks over there, he sets the gold ring up on top of it, and it floats around, and there's some weird sparks that happen. He takes it, and he comes back to you, and he hands it back to the gnome. All right, that's quite a magical ring you've got there, my friend. I'd hold on to it dearly.
What is its purpose? What does it do?
Why? It's a oh, sorry.
Oh, no, continue. I thought you were asking why.
No. Hold on 1 second. I'm looking at my description up here of it. Son of a bitch. Where did my description go? Oh, it's killing me.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I know. I had it written down and it disappeared. Fuck. This is on my part here. I'm sorry, guys.
Man, you're making me so jealous over there.
That's not me.
Somebody is hitting something. I mean, I can hear the lighter. I can hear the.
Oh, sorry.
That's Biles.
Biles over.
You can only hear
my boy, Bile.
It's just a little incense I got from church.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I've heard that before.
Sure it is.
Smells
Hey
good.
guys, the Dodger game's on.
Okay. Anyways, tell you what. We'll change it up a little bit here. That is going to be a ring of hidden shadows.
Wow.
Ooh.
It's the ring of shadows. So when you wear it, you gain a bonus to hiding in shadows.
I want the
what,
ring.
what kind of bonus? Like a flank bonus? Or...
A 20. It's a so basically you roll a d20, or not a d20. It's in a you put it under your thieving stats whenever you're wearing it. You add 20 to your chance to hide in shadows.
Oh, okay.
Basically, what it does
can improve a thief's or give
get
us
the ability, yes, to hide in shadows.
I totally want this ring now.
Okay. What else do you have for me?
I show him the copper ring. Ask him what it does.
Yeah.
Show him the copper ring. All right.
Yep.
He's gonna take that copper ring, head back over to his altar, put it in the altar there. Comes on back. Well, that's a nice ring as well. That is a... Man, I'm choking on a donut now. Damn.
Quit trying to kill yourself over there.
No shit. Holy crap. Oh. That is... Oh my god, am I dying over here? Holy shit. Oh my god, I am so sorry, guys, into the stream. Woo! Oh, that is a that is a spell of Featherfall. I say spell, a ring of Featherfall.
no
Oh,
streamers.
man.
Weed is better than donuts for your health.
So, Gerald, you're a thief, aren't you?
Yeah.
Would you prefer my ring? It's cool if not, but I'm gonna be thrown a lot.
Yeah, that's
So,
exactly what I was thinking.
I mean, I'm like a ragdoll. So,
I will trade you rings.
thank you. You are quite kind. Plus, the ring will help you more in the shadows. So,
Yeah.
Can I give him my sword now?
Yeah. Yeah, he takes your sword and he goes, now, this is where things get interesting here, guys. I do 2 freebies. After that, I charge. I need to pay...
I will gladly pay you. How much?
It's going to... It depends on what we need done here. I can play a flat rate per, or we can charge a group. How much do you need to be identified?
We have a sword and a ring, and do we have any?
An amulet.
No, there's
An
no amulet.
amulet.
That amulet was
Oh,
put on to the thing, so
Okay,
it's
sword,
left in
a
the
hammer,
tomb.
and another ring.
Okay.
Yeah, so only 2.
A sword, a hammer, and another ring.
The
So you have the
ring.
Lucerne hammer. Bile, did you take that Lucerne hammer?
Yes, I have it right here.
Okay. So you've got
It's out in my notes if you're looking for it on my sheet.
Oh no, that's fine. I just want to make sure you took it. I didn't know if you took it or not. Okay. So he looks at... So you got 2 weapons and an additional ring. Okay. Tell you what. For 200 gold, we'll call it a flat for that, or we can do magical items. You could give me a magical item in return of it.
I will straight up hand him both of my notes for my boys.
All right.
I'll give you one of my notes.
No, it's cool, Bile. I'll pay for it.
Well,
All right. He takes those notes happily, and he takes the sword in hand, and he walks on over, puts it on there. There's a dark shadow cloud appears above it while he's doing his thing, and he comes back and he goes, "Oh man," and he hands it back to you, and he goes, "Have you been wielding this?"
I have not used it. No.
Okay. And be wary of it, for it is powerful. However, it does have a dark side to it.
You should see how much he would buy it for. Because I don't think you'd want to use a dark sword.
No, yeah. That
Do
goes-
you want to know the specifics?
Of course.
Okay. So it's actually a +2 magical longsword with a ability to a 1 in 20 ability to catch whatever you hit on fire. The downside is that there's actually a evil spirit inside of it, and it will slowly, you will slowly over time have to start making more and more checks to prevent yourself from doing acts of evil. Now, it is not cursed as in the fact that you cannot get rid of it once you have wielded it, but it is an evil sword that will make you go mad eventually, or will
The
make
more
you
I
start
use it.
doing. Yes.
Oh, so this is okay. This is like a once when I need to possibly catch something on.
Yeah, I'd keep it around.
Now, do you have a name for such a weapon? Because typically they are named.
I'm gonna ponder this.
Okay. Okay. Well, he hands it back and he lets you, and he goes, "Okay. What else do you want me to work on next? I know you have the."
Like, look at this nice fine hammer that I call Maul.
Isn't your main hammer a Maul? Are you calling it the second one Maul 2.0 or something?
Maul Junior.
Maul
Why
Junior.
not, why not Lucy?
Lucy.
Lucerne.
Ooh,
Oh.
I like that.
All right. So he's at take Lucy, this hammer, and walk over, and he sets it in there. As he's and as he's doing, there's these blue sparks that fly out of the area, and he grabs it back, and he comes back over with it, and he goes, "That is quite the hammer you've got, my friend." And he hands it back to you. Where did you find such a thing?
Yeah. This way. So,
Out in the woods near Iron Mill.
okay.
Well, this hammer has the power of a god in it. It seems almost. It feels like it actually has a 1 in 10 chance of producing electricity damage, dealing almost electric to it. A shock, a lightning bolt comes out of it when used, and it's a +1.
Oh, where is? Why can't I get in here? Let me in.
Yeah.
So it's a +1 magical Lucerne hammer, and it has a 1 in 10 chance when used to. So basically, you need to roll a natural 1 when you roll this to have it deal lightning damage. And this lightning damage is going to be a D8 worth of damage. The fire damage is as well a D8 worth of damage. That if it catches something on fire, so say you're hitting something that is flammable there, Daydrog, it will catch on fire and continuously deal this 1d6 damage until it's put out or burnt off.
1d6?
Yeah, it's a 1d6 damage for your burning if it catches something on fire.
Okay.
Lightning's a one time only. The fire, if it catches something on fire, will be a continuous burn until it's burnt out. Okay. Anything else, guys? That ring?
No, I'll have you repeat the
inscribed
lightning
ring.
second when I get there. I'm adding it right in.
Okay. So he takes Thelus's little silver ring, like mithril-like ring with that weird engraving. Takes it over to this, and he puts it on there, and it floats there for a second. He takes it back, and he goes, "I know exactly what this is. This ring is not just a ring; it is a key. It opens something. However, I do not know what it opens, but I do have a spell that would be able to do such a thing. However, I'm missing an ingredient to do so."
What is this ingredient?
This is where it gets tricky. I need the part of a being still alive. I need a part of a golem that is still alive. Golems are these animated things made out of flesh or mud or stone. I need a part of it, but the creature needs yet to be alive so it maintains its magical abilities.
Where might we find such a creature?
Well, luckily you've come to the right place. With this being a magic guild, there's quite a few magic users here that like to sneak off and practice these not so approved of arts. Yeah, most people keep it on the down low, but most mages know of this place. There's a cavern. There's a cavern system. There be about a day's travel away out of here that digs into the mountainside, where there's all sorts of magically created creatures and items. I'd be quite wary of what you find down there. However, you should be able to find a golem somewhere down there. Bring me back a part of it that while it still lives, and I will be more than happy to use my location spell to figure out exactly where and what this thing opens.
How much do you need?
I'd say about a finger's worth.
Okay, a couple quick questions with that hammer.
Yeah.
I just copied it and I made another hammer in my weapons.
Okay.
To hit magic bonus and
So-
DMG bonus for 001.
So basically, because it's a +1, and the magic bonus slot, put a 1, because that'll add a +1.
One there already, so now it's a 2.
No, just in the magic, just not in the damage and the to hit, just in the magic bonus, the magic only. The magic.
Bonus. I gotcha.
Yeah, the magic only. Because that'll add it to the 2 hit and the damage bonus.
And everything else.
Yeah,
Okay,
it automatically disperses that.
Because
And then it was a 1 in 10 chance, a 1 in 10
Oh, yeah.
chance.
no, I'm putting this in my pocket.
Hey, Mills, can you mute yourself real quick?
Sorry.
Yes, yes, Bio. It was a 1 in 10 chance to produce a bolt of lightning that strikes and deals a 1d10 damage to the creature. And then they have to make a system shock and they have to make a shock survival to prevent a stun.
Nice. Now, when I roll that, is it always going to be a 1, or do you want me to just pick a number?
It would
and
have to.
roll?
Basically, it would have to be a 1.
Okay.
That's the easiest way for me to remember this stuff. You have to be a
that's
1.
fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the same thing for any magical weapons that have a property to produce like a magical
My wheelhouse.
effect. Yeah, I know it is. You'll be fucking Thor by the end of this game with this weapon. Bring
All right.
Melina, bring her a lightning.
That will be interesting. So yeah, how much more sneaky am I now?
So on your while you're wearing the ring on your to hide in shadows, add 20 to it.
Okay, so I have an additional 20 to my hide and shadows.
Yes.
Put it up to like 70 or something.
Whatever it was before, yeah.
I don't know. I don't have access to the character.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forget. I continually forget that, dude. I'm sorry. It would make it 65.
Nice.
Not bad.
Well, not
Okay,
bad.
so
200 times.
your gold ring would actually be a ring of hide and shadows. I had these really great descriptions for this shit, guys. I want you to know, and I lost my where the notes were. This is right. This is right when I bought my book, so I'm sorry about that. Most everything now is going to have the good descriptions because I've got it written down. All right. So, any other questions? Any other things I can help you guys with?
I don't have the amulet. Anything else on my sheet? Ooh, excuse me. Sorry about that.
Well,
Did
do
Midori
you know
have
where
any
these
magical
caves
items?
might be?
Hmm.
Or
I
a
don't want
general
him to get left out
idea?
since he left.
What now?
I don't want
You have
him
a
to
rough-
get left out if he has any magical items.
And then what were you saying there, Gerald?
I asked if he had a rough general idea of where these caves and stuff might be.
Yeah, he pointed it out on your map. He said it's about a day's travel. Midori does not have any magical items that he needs identified. He's got the anime crystal ball, but other than that, no.
Yeah, he doesn't need that identified, really. He already knows what that is.
Yeah.
Does this guy know of any place around where we could acquire a bag of holding?
That is a good question. There is
inquire into acquiring one for us, possibly.
There is a enchanter that would be able to enchant such a thing for you. However, he is very, very pricey and requires quite a bit of coin, especially for such a expensive item such as a bag of holding.
Okay.
Would you happen to know what floor he was on?
I sure do. His name is Frothmeyer. However, I am not at liberty to give out the code to what floor he's on.
Yes, of course.
Sorry.
I look at him and go, is there anything else in particular you might be looking for in these caves that you need taken care of?
I would be.
Don't find
There's most of the magic users, he says, know about these caves. Most people stay away from it. Any items that you find in there, I would be very weary of, for they are more than likely enchanted and not very well done. So, most of the items in there are probably going to be cursed. The another thing he tells you is this cave system is rather large. Golems are typically used as a guard, and they typically guard something. That treasure is typically good. However, again, I would be wary of anything because there's a good chance it is cursed being left in that cave system. Then again, I don't know what type of golem you may find, what you may find in there. I don't go into these caves.
I take him to the side and I'll go and inquire in a voice. This is a charisma check here.
I know.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Is there anything in those caves you might need actually taken care of that you don't want people to find out about or anything? We'll take care of it for you while we're down there.
Yeah, I'll roll you a d20 and check if you're 11. You made it. He looks at you and right in the eyes and he whispers back and goes, "No, I don't go in those caves. I do not partake in this. I just need a golem's finger to complete your spell."
Damn, it was worth a try.
There may be some horrid monsters down there that you may wish to rid the world of. However, I do not know which. I would only assume there are golems down there.
And he wants us to get a finger off a live one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneakiness. This ring is going to have a workout. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right.
I think I'm ready for questions.
I try and ask him if there's anything else we could possibly do for him that might give us the code for said floor. Where we need to go to.
What now?
I'm trying to get him to give me the code.
Yeah, again, he's just not.
Come on, natural 1 charisma. Check.
You passed your charisma check again, but again, he looks at you and goes, "Listen, it is the sworn duty of every magic user who uses this guild to not give it out at will. Now, I gave you the name. How you go about acquiring it from some other weak-minded person is up to you. But as
ask for the name one more time just to make sure I have it right.
Frothmeyer.
Do you have any assistants laying around we could buy a drink? Maybe.
No. We got this. We're good. Thank you for the help.
Okay. Well, with that, guys, and it's been 3 hours here. We'll pick up next time.
I'd like to ask him one more question.
Oh, okay. One more question. What are we doing?
How do we get back down to the ground floor?
You step back onto the tube and you request lobby.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Can you read my
I saw it. I'll tell you afterwards. No. And as of right now, he does not.
Okay. Fuck. Yeah, then I'm not gonna chance it. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm not gonna chance trying to pickpocket a wizard. I was thinking about it though.
Oh no, that's no.
What if we go to 420 Bailey instead of the lobby?
420 Bailey. You can do what you can say whatever you want. I have a full long list of everywhere you can go. So
it's just wondering what happens if we. Oops, sorry, wrong room.
So I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going. Okay, you guys can either follow me or not. I'm going to talk to that person we helped out.
Yeah, the bartender, Sean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm gonna do here, guys, is we're gonna go back to the lobby here because it's been 3 hours. We're gonna call it. When we start back up, I will have assumed that we have gone talked to Sean, gotten the code, and you can go about finding that guy and heading over to the. We'll start off with next time going to go do that and then heading into the caverns below to find your golem's finger.
Okay.
That gives you something to think about. You know, what do you if you do find something you want enchanted, or what do you have that you want enchanted, rather than running over there and doing it now. Okay.
I know exactly what I want enchanted. I have it on me.
Hey, well, maybe next time you'll be able to get it done. All right. So we'll call it there, boys and girls, because Midori may want something as well, and he is currently otherwise occupied with real life stuff, which I completely understand. So.
Fully.
Good session, everybody. Like I said, next time we'll pick back up, heading down to the caverns. And again, if you have any questions or concerns, please whisper me in between sessions or anything like that. And for those out there watching and listening, thank you, and like and subscribe and comment about anything.
All right.
Later.
I will some people. I lost it. Never mind.
All right, I'm stopping the stream.